Tommy, what was the question that you asked right before we sat down?
It's embarrassing, but I don't know the difference between Veterans Day and Memorial Day.
So Veterans Day is for people that are still alive. Memorial Day is for people that have like died, and well, it's not even in service. That's post-service too.
Just any time.
Yeah, if you served and you passed away, because mostly there's a good chance you died from some of the issues that you got while you were in, kind of thing.
More than likely, yeah.
Yeah.
So memorials for them.
Yeah, in memory.
Alive. What about for like POWs and MIAs?
That would be Memorial Day.
That's Memorial Day also. Okay. Well, I think I didn't hear you earlier, but I could have sworn when I said, like, who's it for, you were like, my friends. And I was like, no, don't do that.
I mean,
that's depressing.
I had 3 people pass away in the last month, so.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's July 20th, man. It's not easy.
Well, that's the other bad thing about growing up in a low-income thing. It's like, oh, I lost another friend. And
it's being
war-related, drug-related.
Yeah, I had a couple friends who died in that shit. So it's like, yeah. And I was always poor. So, again, how are you, Gert? How was your life growing up?
It was fine.
How many friends die lately?
Not lately.
He's from Pittsburgh. Of course he has.
Not lately. I had a friend commit suicide when I was in college.
Oh, that's rough. See, I haven't had that one yet.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would react to that one.
Yeah, that was rough.
In college, I had a counselor die from sleep apnea, and we were just kind of weirded out by that.
Yeah, that's just a weird day.
Yeah.
That's like, really, this is like, well, I don't know anyone who could have stopped that.
And then one of the weirdest, this is going to be a little bit of a dark intro, and then
we're already there.
Yeah.
But I had a friend that felt really insecure when she started dating the person that would end up being her husband. But she was kind of like, I don't know if I can compare to the other girl. They were really happy. And then she died of a brain aneurysm, like randomly while they were out at Cowboys.
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, God. So sports.
Well, before we get to sports, we did have a question from the chat from
I love
a name that I'd never seen before. It's like BroHog281. Mm-hmm. He asked, "What's your favorite war movie?" In observance of Memorial Day.
That's a good question.
That's a great question. I have an answer for that.
Okay, what's your answer?
Okay, my mind is Apocalypse Now.
Okay,
that counts, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely, it counts.
I love it because it's cynical as fuck. And
Juke the Ronin says The Patriot.
Oh, no, Juke.
Oh, come on.
No, you could do better.
Saying The Patriot is like, oh, The Gladiator is my favorite war movie.
Yeah, right?
Might as well say Transformers.
Oh, that's The Patriots. Really?
Wow.
You know that's the Mel Gibson movie, right?
No, it's like nonsense too, right?
I don't know how historically accurate The Patriot.
Not very.
None.
Okay.
Zilch. Zero.
Hacksaw Ridge. What's up with Mel Gibson, y'all?
Hacksaw Ridge is good.
Hacksaw Ridge is actually excellent.
It made me like angry how good it was.
Well, Mel Gibson's one of those separate the art from the artist.
Right.
Like he's one, like the very definition of
Yeah,
it. Because
exactly.
he's good at things, he just sucks as a person.
Not to defend Mel Gibson, but it's just like what he did 10 years ago is just like he got drunk and said F a certain kind of people.
He went in on a couple different demographics.
Yeah.
Either way,
yeah.
It's very like if he did that now, like he'd be on Talking Point USA tomorrow.
Oh, he'd be on like, was it OSN? Yeah. He'd be on some crazy shit.
Didn't he like beat his fiance too?
Verbally abused her.
Okay.
It was abuse. Like I said, he went across the board. Like, you want to ruin a career, look at Mel Gibson. But yet he's still in shit.
Yeah. It was weird seeing him in, he was in, what was that movie? It was like with...
The one with Vince Vaughn?
No, it had Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell in it.
Oh, look at that.
It's like Daddy's Home or something like Daddy's Home.
Genius Monster 1 just dropped 4 tier 1 subs.
Genius Monster, thank you.
Thanks.
Appreciate that. But Daddy's Home 2.
Yeah. I remember seeing that in theaters.
Why?
Because it was a press screening. It was back when I was reviewing movies on another site.
Is that the one that made you quit?
No. There wasn't man, there were a few movies where I was just like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. That wasn't one of them, though it was really bad.
Yeah.
But favorite war movie? Probably Glory.
Glory's a really good one.
Yeah.
Glory's good.
Yeah.
I have 2 weird answers.
Saving Private Ryan was a good one, too.
Yeah.
That's a classic.
The movie that I saw, and I haven't seen it again, so take this with a lens of 5 years. It was Taeguk GI, and it's a Korean war movie. where his brother ends up fighting on the North Korean side, and then it's really depressing and it's a really good story. Other than that, surprisingly, for this just being more action movie than war movie, I really like Three Kings.
I love Three
Okay,
Kings.
I haven't seen it.
I fucking love Three Kings. It's one of my favorite, like, all-time favorites, so that's a good one. But if I was giving, like, some recommendations, I think just obscure-wise, Tigerland is probably my second favorite. I don't know what it is about me in Vietnam, but something about that particular era.
Is it We Were Soldiers with Mel Gibson?
That's also a Mel Gibson war movie. It's not bad though. You're right. Like that one. Like if you would have said that one instead of The Patriot, I would have been like, okay.
Have you seen Gallipoli?
No, that one I haven't seen.
Gallipoli's another Mel Gibson movie, though he's just an actor in
He
it.
is only an actor.
But it's really good too.
I mean, We Were Soldiers is a book, so it's not like he got to write
just
a white savior in
go
it.
with it. Yeah. Black Hawk Down. Black Hawk Down is like when you were about to say action movie. I thought Black Hawk Down was what you were about to say.
Well, Black Hawk Down is mostly real.
I know, which is insane. But like I love Black Hawk Down. That's another good one.
Since football coach was in Black Hawk Down.
As an extra,
Was one of the guys.
like for real,
Yeah.
the real guy.
The real guy.
Oh fuck.
Okay, my answer real quick.
The first 20 minutes of Full Metal Jacket, and then the last 10 minutes of Rambo.
Okay.
I'm gonna let him have that one.
Rambo.
Yeah, I know.
Rambo.
First Blood. Just say first
I was
blood.
about to say,
Yeah.
First
It was
Blood is
not
the
Rambo.
opposite of a war movie, though. It's
an anti-war movie.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
post-war movie.
Yeah, it's a straight up anti-war movie.
Within the first 20 minutes of Full Metal Jacket.
It's two completely different movies.
Tommy, how tall are you?
About 6'10".
Hot damn, I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
Go pile. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Snowball. Comedian, huh? I'm gonna call you Private Joke.
It's on my top 5.
I didn't
Full
know
Metal
they,
Jacket.
I didn't know
Definitely.
they made a movie about Audie Murphy. Audie Murphy is.
Did they? Was it like back in the 50s?
Tarlin is saying to hell and back.
Is that about Audie Murphy?
That's what he said
Fuck.
in the chat. To hell and
Shout out
back.
to Audie. If you're a little guy and you have little man syndrome, look up Audie Murphy. It'll make you feel.
Don't
so
look up too much, though.
just enough. Half the Wikipedia page.
Don't read about him coming back.
No, do not read about him coming back. Only what he did.
Do you ever see Dunkirk?
Dunkirk, yes.
Yeah, I did not care for Dunkirk.
One of my favorite.
Yeah.
Doesn't
like-
feel like a very war movie either because it's from about civilians, which I get, but
Yeah.
still.
Yeah. Letters from Iwo Jima was also another one that I recommend. But like, yeah, no, I didn't like Dunkirk.
I didn't
and
either.
I didn't tell that to anyone until now. It just seems like, because I didn't like Interstellar either. So it's just like,
I still haven't seen Interstellar.
it's no point.
I saw
I
the
haven't seen
runtime.
Interstellar
I was
either.
like, nope.
I'm really, like Oppenheimer, I'm probably going to see it. But like, he said it's his longest one, and that's making me nervous.
I'm gonna watch it on a Game Boy Advance SP, just like the Lord
He wants you
intended.
to see it in IMAX.
He can lick my balls.
There ain't no way.
Dunkirk is kind of trash.
Dunkirk,
It is kind of
It's not good.
It's really not.
I was like, I can't believe how emotionally hollow this movie
I was
is.
very like the structure and the technique, what he was trying to do with the time. And
Yeah.
I like the non-linear thing.
Tropical Thunder is a good war movie.
I don't think it is. I don't think that would count. Yeah, Dunkirk is very overrated. Oh fuck, does The Five Bloods count?
Sure.
I haven't seen it.
Again, Vietnam. I don't know why. But yes, no, I love The Five Bloods. That's probably in there. More so than Miracles of St. Anna. That is not a good Spike Lee war.
Oh, they brought
The
that up
Five
earlier.
Bloods is the
What do y'all
best
think
one.
about that one? And I was like,
Oh no, that is forgotten for a reason.
Yeah, I forgot about it until just now.
I think outside of
like Inside Man, he was just doing it for the money.
I think outside of Judas and the Black Messiah,
Okay,
like
that's
I
good.
really have not cared for Spike Lee movies.
He did not do that.
Oh, shit.
He might have produced it. But if you haven't seen The Five Bloods, I think you'd like that one. Dead Presidents, that's post-war.
That's also yeah.
Would you consider Schindler's List a war movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably up there too. In fact, that might be my favorite over Glory.
That's a Fury.
Did it say that we just set a record for support? I don't know what that means.
86%. Oh, we had a hype train?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
What's going on right now?
Getting it or about to get one?
I don't know.
Look, it got
Yeah, we don't know. We just been talking.
Tell them to be nice and think about it.
Hype.
Thanks,
Hey,
everybody, for all the
thanks.
hype train.
Fog machine, go.
No,
No.
man. We're not getting epilepsy to you today.
We're getting ready for some topic whiplash with war movies and basketball.
Yeah, right. I'm going Jarhead as my final.
Is the Predator a war movie? Technically, the one about Native Americans. Prey. Yeah.
Prey. Yeah, I could say. No, we can't do that.
Commando, is that a war movie?
Yeah, because every soldier can flip a Porsche.
It's true.
Be like Vin Diesel and do it one-handed. Sorry, that's a spoiler for Fast.
They still want us to review that, but I think that ship is kind of sailed.
Is
I
Fast
just want
X a
you to
war
see
movie?
Just to react to it.
Dude,
I
Fast
need
X.
someone else's reaction to Fast X.
Oh, I saw it. That's a war movie. It's a war on logic. I loved it.
Physics.
Yeah.
Yeah. He lifts a car with one hand.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
uses it as a shield, Captain America style.
Yep.
It's nuts.
Yeah, it's great.
I highly recommend. I enjoyed the fuck out of
Same.
myself.
Yeah.
Holy shit, the Hoover damn. God damn, just watch it.
We had a
They don't give a
blast.
fuck. I've never seen a movie who just proudly didn't give a fuck.
What part of the movie got the biggest reaction from your audience? Because I got one that I want to share.
Oh. Does Jason Momoa have to be in it?
No,
The Vatican, probably.
the Vatican explosion.
Yeah.
The part that got the most audible reaction from the audience in my screening was the Pete Davidson cameo.
Get the fuck out.
Everyone just
That was the most bizarre cameo I've ever seen.
everyone in the
theater.
theater just goes, ugh.
Oh, yeah, no. It wasn't like a. Oh.
Yeah, because I did it. I was like, ugh. And then I heard like 20 other people around me
We
do it,
also
and
had
I cracked me up.
fuck, I don't want to. Someone from the movie that should not be alive returns, which is Fast and the Furious, of course.
It's an anime.
But that was the one that got the most, where people like. It's like, get the fuck out of here. Of course they're not dead. Are you serious? It's like 8 people that die at the end of this movie, and you know are alive.
Yeah, they're-
it's just like, come on. And then I found out it's going to be, of course, a part 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, naturally. And so
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, everybody's alive.
Well, you didn't hear how Vin Diesel was like, oh, yeah, like the Fast and the Furious is
He has a
modern.
biracial son in this one.
Well,
for
he
no
said it-
logical reason.
His
He
son
said it's-
changed races.
He legit changed races. He looks like he could be my kid.
None of his parents are black.
He looks half black.
He said this
Dude.
is the modern day Odyssey. We're going to get 3 parts to finish it off.
If they do 3, I would not be sad about that. Everybody else does a 2-parter. Fuck that. We
Yeah.
ended with a 3-parter.
They
Bring back.
They show a scene from Fast 8, Fate of the Furious, with
That's
his
how
son.
it opens.
With his son, who is
Yeah.
a baby. That kid changed races in between movies.
It aged about 5 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
It's,
darkened up quick, and his mom is blonde hair and has blue eyes.
and no one knows what Vin Diesel is.
Nobody. No,
Not even Vin Diesel knows what Vin
he
Diesel
ain't got
is.
that much melanin. That I do know. He doesn't have that much melanin.
Vin Diesel, where are you from? Family. I mean, what's your ethnicity?
Wait, wasn't his dad like
Family.
a hick like NASCAR racer in the
And
last
John
one?
Cena's his
Dude,
brother.
He's a fucking tall tale at this point. He's an urban legend. Like, put him next to Pecos Bill.
Yeah.
Because
You know
that's
how
what Vin
people make,
Diesel
like,
is. He has
Jesus-
a name for it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know how people like make Jesus everything? Like there's Asian Jesus, Black Jesus. Like,
Yeah.
is that what Vin Diesel is? Like
We don't know what he is, though.
He even
Jesus
doesn't.
of some kind,
He
but we don't
doesn't.
know what.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know who his biological father is.
Does he really not?
He really doesn't.
Fuck, man.
I mean, he mentioned, his mother is white and his stepfather was black.
Ancestry.com. We have a job for you.
There can't be that many diesels out there.
No shit, man. Come on now. Can someone figure out what this man is and why his son is half black?
It skips a generation sometimes.
Apparently so. He takes after his grandpa.
Within the offspring, that kid was white when we last saw him.
Kid was bright. He was glowing. Like, goddamn, man.
It was the new baby glow. It's gone now.
Glowworm? Yeah, he was kind of a glowworm. But fuck it, I guess.
It took me a while to realize that was the same character. That his son. I was like, wait a minute, that's supposed to be the same kid?
The kid is 10. How the fuck? I know time isn't a thing in this universe, but shit,
Nope.
man. Like, goddamn. Han's alive somehow.
Yep, he's fine.
Oh, just fine.
Yeah.
Han really likes Mexico. That's the only part that I remember from the last movie.
Were they in Mexico?
No, he was in Japan, but they found him because they was like, oh, that building has a Mexican flag.
Mexico's the next one. They gotta go back to Mexico. Did they ever go to Mexico?
I don't know, dude. I skipped from 3 to 10.
Oh my God.
3
I
to
don't
9.
know.
I haven't seen 10.
Did you really? Oh,
Yeah.
you can't do that.
No, you
No,
should-
it was funny.
That will
for me.
break your brain.
You should see 7 and 8 too. They're pretty great.
I
They're really
skipped from
dumb.
3 to 9,
Yes.
and then Nathan made me take a quiz, and then afterwards I found out that everyone that Vin Diesel has avenged is still alive.
Everyone.
Yeah.
He brings them back. He's a necromancer.
Yeah. and Jason Momoa is the best Joker we've
He
had
is absolute Joker.
since Heath Ledger. Like
Yes, he really is a good ass Joker.
he's really funny in
He
it.
he does shit in this movie. I'm like, I'm surprised they let him do this.
Yeah,
One scene in particular was like, they really let them do that because it's his full Joker moment. He's having the time of his life in this shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think is James got a producer on this because every one of his actors is in it.
I don't know.
I
That's a good
think so.
question.
Fucking Rat Catchers is in it.
Yeah, she is.
You know, so where the fuck did she come from? I love seeing her, but I just don't know where she came from.
I mean,
And then
you would
something
have to
Jack
tell me.
Reacher's in it. Like I don't
Oh, yeah. He
real
is.
Jack Reacher, not Tom Cruise.
Yeah. He'll
What's
be in the
his
next
name?
one.
Alan Rickman.
The dude from Blue Mountain State
Yes.
is in.
We love that guy though.
Castle?
Yeah, we love him, man. He's great in this.
It's a fun time.
It's a great fucking time.
Just
man.
don't see it sober. Like, I wouldn't recommend it. I took an Uber to the theater.
I did it. It was still a lot of fun. The shit's fun.
I don't think I'm going to see Spider-Man X sober, or Spider-Man the new one that we have to review on Tuesday.
It's a lot of colors.
Thursday.
I saw the runtime and I was like, I don't think I want to see that
What is
either.
it?
It's 2 hours and 20 minutes.
That's not the worst.
TJ would love it.
And it's so long. It is so long.
Oh, it better be good. It's a
I don't think
lot
it is.
happening.
I'm going to be honest. Like,
Really?
I think it's going to be
feel
like a
it's gonna
6.
fall off. I do too. Like
It's Sony.
you can't trust them.
Yeah.
I saw the Venom scene that they're like promoting.
I didn't even know Venom is in it. You're fucking
What?
ruining everything for
It's
me.
in the trailer. It's a whole promotional thing they're doing.
Oh,
where they
Venom's in it? I didn't know.
No,
that.
like Spot, I think goes to Venom's universe and it's like,
Oh.
"Hey, how you doing?" and blinks out or whatever the fuck they do. Sony doesn't know what they're doing. They were gonna make a Men in Black 21 Jump Street movie,
That'd
Those
be
people
fun.
are still
That'd be
there.
fine. That'd be fine.
and that's the thing. We want to see shit like that because it's either gonna fail miserably or it's gonna be something good. And like that's what I respect about Sony. They
Yes,
do not
yes, Serenity. I
fucking care.
cross streams. I literally got confused. It's hard to keep up with
This thing
everything that
is
everyone's
difficult.
doing.
It's not an easy job.
No.
Oh, man. I like the Venom movies. The first one is
on, man.
the first one's terrible.
First one's awful.
The second one, I think they knew exactly what they
So
were
I
doing.
couldn't just like Black Adam. I couldn't get through it all at one sitting.
Yeah.
I had to take a couple breaks, but you're all right.
Yeah.
It was better than the first.
The second one was like, this feels like Adult Swim made
So
a
see,
superhero movie.
Morbius is Morbius is so fucking terrible.
Morbius is bad.
It's god awful.
Yeah.
And it's just like I appreciate some parts of this movie for its awfulness, but it makes me want to see Craven. I'm not gonna pay to see it, but I do want to see it.
We can see it on an airplane when we fly to New Orleans.
Oh, will it be on the? Oh, I hope it doesn't take that long. Sammy's good for next week.
But yeah,
I definitely feel
I go home, or I go to Orlando next week.
Oh yeah, you go to a hellish place. Good thing you had a vacation before you went to Orlando.
I don't want to go to Florida. I might deport me.
Your soul's gonna stay in Orlando. That's what it does.
he just needs to pretend to be Cuban. He'll be fine.
Oh yeah, do that. Pretend to be Cuban. Pretend to be your mortal enemies. No, I love them. I was a misunderstood youth.
What happened?
No, I would not.
That's already in our TikToks
Yeah,
in
it's
our
in the
backlog.
TikTok. There you go. Gertz can see it on TikTok.
I don't have TikTok,
Gertz
but
looks
it's
like a
fine.
TikTok kind of guy.
nope, not even.
I can't wait to see you as an old man.
Why?
It's not much is going to change.
That's what I know.
Have you seen him at a bar yelling at the Steelers? It's basically there. All right.
He's gonna go to the same bar.
He's yelling at the Miami Heat the past few games. Oh man, I, was like,
I love
I do too. But I was like, put these fuckers away.
I love that. That was a good series. That was a good
We are
fucking
about to
series.
talk about that. I don't know how much we can talk about the Heat, but
I
they
don't-
definitely made this as fucking
We're probably
interesting
gonna have
as
to do a football segment.
We have one football segment,
Okay,
just
good.
one. And
We'll stretch it. Because I mean, it ain't much to talk about.
I did
That first-
I did set up some fun topics,
Okay,
honestly.
good. Yeah.
Okay.
You're always good about it.
But I'm going to go ahead and start the show. And thank you all for coming out. Thank you all for all the subscriptions. Just want to say right now at the top of the hour, before people start filing out, and I will repeat it, there's going to be a special event that starts tomorrow. Follow us on Instagram, and you can see what we got cooking. But right now, we're about to start the show.
There's a special event.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Marcos, and I will be the host today of the Commitment to Mexcellence. But I am not alone today, as not pictured on our advertisements below. We have across from us for the only show that he does for us,
Gertz. Hi, everybody.
Tommy McGrew.
Facebook.
They don't do Facebook anymore.
I know.
Tommy had to take a call, so it's me,
Yeah, he'll be
Sammy
back.
Gonzalez, back from New Orleans. I got a Pelicans jersey and a new Derek Carr jersey.
Really?
No. No, but it was so sad seeing Derek Carr number 4 in gold in New Orleans. Like he leaves Las
But
Vegas.
you weren't a big Derek Carr supporter at the end.
I have it. Well, at the end. No,
Yeah.
who could? Now Garoppolo can't get his goddamn foot.
Who could? Right there.
I was pro Derek Carr.
No, we
from the
ruined him.
jump.
No, Derek Carr is bad on the Raiders. He'll be good. I think he'll be good in New Orleans.
I do too. I think he's a good quarterback.
Right, but not on the Raiders.
Who's good on the Raiders?
Max Crosby and Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
A career year.
But
But
TJ is not here today because TJ is taking care of a bachelor party, I believe. He won't be here till next week. I'm sorry, guys.
I
wanted
TJ
to-
off for sabbatical.
I wanted to dunk on the Mavericks. Oh, we still can.
Yeah.
I mean-
and the Stars.
The
yeah.
Stars made it interesting. We went to Game 7, so that's pretty cool.
So did the Celtics.
They both green teams lost yesterday. You're correct.
Now you got. Where are the hot nuggets?
Oh, the spicy nugs. I didn't bring them today. There aren't any games on Saturday, which is annoying.
really?
No, I was checking because I was like, oh yeah, we're going to do spicy nuggets on a Saturday. No NBA
Is the
finals
game on
games
Friday?
The first game is Thursday. Second game is Sunday.
Why would that be the case?
I guess we'll hang out on Sunday, I guess.
But that's not a cheat day. You can have spicy nuggets.
I mean, he can move it around. He's done it before.
I have done it before.
Thunder Day doesn't really quite work.
But
Rotunde.
I do have a fun topic. I do have a fun topic that I left off. But now that Sam's here, why are the Lakers so super beloved? Like getting
the
to like a
Lakers.
little bit of unfair treatment by the media. Like I understand that they got all the way. They did pretty good, but it was just like, oh, this is I literally saw ESPN say this is the best team I've ever seen get swept.
Well, that's a stupid quote. They're like, yeah, that's that. Who said that?
Some bald guy. I don't really keep track as much about NBA analysts.
That's a dumb thing to say because they weren't all that good. I kept picking against them, but I was clearly underestimating them. But then when I look back who they beat, I was like, they're beating teams that are in bad shape right now. The first time they went up against like a fully functioning, well-oiled machine, they get swept. And I didn't even think they were going to get swept. I picked the Nuggets to win that series in 6. But the Lakers are always headliners, especially if they have LeBron James.
It's LA, baby.
Yeah. They're
The Clippers are there.
Yeah, the Clippers are the little brother of everyone, let alone that goddamn city. They started getting a little, and I will use this term, uppity, when fucking Blake Griffin showed up to town and started winning when the Lakers were losing after Kobe left. Or no, a little before that. Kobe was old. But like, they started being like, ooh, we're the Clippers. It's like, shut the fuck up, Clippers fans. You're nothing. You're nobody. You know what you have in the rafters? Fucking conference awards, you sons of bitches. Fuck you.
Leave all 8 Clippers fans alone.
No, there's more now because they have this big
they have
old thing.
Kawhi.
I like that he
and
brings
Paul
up Blake
George.
Griffin. I don't even know when he retired. Like, I remember
Dude.
seeing him everywhere for GameFly, and then at some point he was gone.
I didn't even know he was on the Celtics until like last week.
He was on the Celtics this
Yeah.
entire time.
He's a bench player now because he's elderly.
Yeah, I was at Chili's with Goodwin watching Game 4, and Goodwin just goes, "Is that Blake Griffin?" And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Oh shit, there he was on the bench." I was like, "I had no idea he was on the Celtics."
Yeah, he's still around.
yeah.
I didn't know that for
But
sure.
yeah, there was a time when Blake Griffin was on the Clippers where everyone was like, "Ooh, the Clippers are the new big bad team in LA," and then they.
I never thought
fucking-
Blake Griffin was enough.
It
for
was
that.
it was Southern California guys like LA people they didn't like the Lakers, they jumped the Clippers because they couldn't be a fan of everything else if they hated the Lakers for whatever reason. But no, I was a Utah Jazz fan to start though. And it was stupid because it was NBA Jam.
Was it Post Malone and his?
Post Malone.
Yeah, it's
Karl Malone.
Yeah, it was Post Malone and John Stockton because they were the best in NBA Jam as the duo. Because John Stockton could steal and hit threes from everywhere, and Karl Malone was the highest dunk, highest rebound. So it's like the fucking cheat code against everybody. So I like them, and I was like, yeah, Utah's close to California. Then my cousin was like, LA's in California, you idiot. And then I was like, okay, I guess I'm a Lakers fan because he had a Magic
There's a lot of
Johnson.
teams in California too.
No, but yeah, exactly. I didn't know because I'm stupid. But he had a Magic Johnson poster on his wall, my cousin. I was like, ooh, that guy's cool. Then Shaq came, and then my dad likes basketball.
Shaq to the Lakers?
To the Lakers, yeah.
Oh, I was like, damn, that's like 2 moves in. But
Yeah, no, and then Shaq came to the Lakers. My dad's like, you're going to play like him because my dad liked basketball, and I was a big kid. Then Kobe came, and then my sister got Kobe to call my house and leave a voicemail. And I have that tape somewhere. I need to convert it. It's one of my most prized possessions that still exists, but I don't have a digitizer to digitize it yet, so got to figure it out. That's why I'm a Laker fan.
But I do think that the Jazz had really cool uniforms in the 90s with the mountains and stuff.
Oh, yeah, it was a cool uniform, but there's no Jazz in Utah. There's no lakes in L.A. It's all fucked up.
Yeah.
But there is hair clippers in LA.
No, those are ships. They don't show that. Nobody knows what the fuck a clipper is.
Yeah, they clip hair.
No, if it was a guy with a fade, that'd be cool as shit as a logo, but no. But no, it's not.
Be someone with like a really fucked up do. It would be an accurate representation of their franchise.
But if you're talking about cool ass logos from the 90s, Charlotte Hornets is the best.
You mean the bee playing basketball?
Yeah, it's a bee playing
The
basketball.
Hornet with sneakers. Just like the Raptors' old logo was a raptor wearing sneakers.
Right.
Those were the best.
We need more anthropomorphic animals wearing sneakers.
I like the Detroit Pistons Hell Horse. That was my favorite.
That was cool.
But they were garbage, though. I don't remember one memorable Piston from the 90s.
They were good in the, or was it? Yeah, the Bad Boys. That was like late 80s, early 90s.
I was saying, what was the name of the guy who had combat basketball? Bill Laimbeer. Wasn't he a Piston?
Yes.
Yeah, see?
Dirtiest player in NBA history.
Yeah, he had a fighting combat video game.
It was literally called Bill Laimbeer's Combat Basketball. Yeah. They
wore like mech suits.
He's a coach, I think, in the WNBA.
There you go. Go Aces.
The Heat's logo is classic, one and done, like the Bulls.
I do like the Heat logo. I like the Bulls logo. It's classic. My favorite logo is probably the old Raptors logo. The new one's lame.
Yeah.
It's just like a basketball with scratches in it. It's like, fuck out of here. That could be anything.
A tiger did that.
Yeah, or a big bird. It doesn't matter. I mean, raptors are technically birds. But yeah, it's like bring back the dinosaur wearing basketball shoes.
What do you think of the Grizzly logo, the old Grizzly logo?
Well, I thought that was
the
cool.
green?
With
Yeah,
the grizzly with the grizzly like this with the ball.
But he's all stupid looking, I think.
Well, yeah, bears are dumb looking animals.
Have you ever seen a sun bear?
Yeah, they look really stupid.
You've never seen a sun bear?
Sun bear.
A sun bear looks like God trying to draw a bear from memory.
Let me see a sun bear. I've seen polar bears that are dying. That's pretty sad. I've seen grizzly bears.
That's kind of what a sun bear looks
I
like.
have a grizzly bear on my wall. California flag. They're known as the Golden State with the grizzly bears.
And sun bears always look like they have like some sort of anxiety.
They look depressed. Yeah.
Do they add food to him? Or is that how he's actually eating that?
That's how. No, they have long tongues that they used to like.
Yeah.
Those guys look drunk.
Yeah.
I
It's like
need to find a picture of them standing. Is what I need.
it's like the worst kind of bear.
I would say.
They stand all the time, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And they all,
Christina Lucia, my spirit animal. Are those prints on their chest?
yeah, that is
Yeah,
100%
like a pattern.
real.
They look like they're sneaking out from a one night stand, and the roommates are on the couch like, "Who are you?" I'm gonna go. I gotta get my shoes.
Yeah, he just looks embarrassed to be existing. Right.
Like if you Photoshop pants on his ankles, it'd be like he was going to get toilet paper because he ran out. It's very embarrassing.
Yeah, sun bears are one of the dumbest animals ever. What did you just make?
Salmon.
Oh, good job. Good for you.
Yeah, I have. So since we're just kind of riffing until Tommy gets back, unless I want to start talking basketball, which I'm not equipped to that much because I didn't talk to my nephew that much. this
we
trip.
do have another Laker-related topic.
Well-
Because the Lakers got swept.
Yeah.
LeBron seemed pretty sad at the end of the game.
He was, yeah. It was the first time he's ever hinted at retirement.
Yeah.
Which is a big deal. I don't think he's going to retire. I think most people don't think he's going to retire, but it is is worth talking about because he's never done that before,
Right.
and he's very, very old.
He was pretty adamant about waiting around until his son got, and he's right at the cusp. Isn't he up for the draft this year?
It's not this year. It's next year.
Next year, and I mean, if he were to retire now, he'd leave like $100 million on the table. So he's not going to retire.
Right.
But I do think if his son were to tell him, "Look, Dad, I don't think it would be good for me to be on the same basketball team as you." I think LeBron would respect that.
Right.
And he's even hinted at that too, and I believe his wife has as well. It's like, hey, it's ultimately Bronny's decision. It's his career.
Right.
It's his life. We want to support him, and this would be great. We think, but if he doesn't want that, we're not going to force him into doing that.
And he's not as good as his dad.
He's not.
So it's kind of like one of those things where if he's like, I've passed the torch to you, son, and then he leaves the Lakers, he retires, he gets all the accolades, and then Bronny sucks up the place, that's gonna fucking ruin his entire career and all of his lucrativeness.
I mean, I'm not a fan of regular season basketball, so I don't know where they ended up. But the LaMelo boys kind of ended up in that situation, didn't they?
They had a big fire, and one of them was like consistently pretty good, and the other one's just like whatever.
Lonzo might not play again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw that yesterday where he had like a meniscus tear in his knee, and it's looking like pretty bad,
Right.
which sucks because he was pretty good on the Bulls. I think he was finding himself on that team. I think like that Lakers team when LeBron first got there, that team was bad. And they were bad this year up until the trade deadline. I think LeBron's just hard to build teams around because he does so much. He's not just someone like you can slot in on a team. You kind of have to build an offense around him. He's not like a Kevin Durant, where Kevin Durant's like, "Oh, you just shoot good. You you go there."
Kevin Durant is just the right spice. Like, oh, what are you adding me to? It's great, no matter
Right.
what you put him to.
Unless you have to trade away all your depth to get him, which is what the Suns did. And I'm not a Kevin Durant fan. I want to make that clear. He annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah, he did. I don't know why. Yeah, he could have just been like fine, and then he's just not fine.
Well, because he talks shit to like teenagers on Twitter. He's a multi-millionaire, and he's talking to 13-year-old.
Oh, he's Elon Musking it up.
Yeah, except he does it under burner accounts like a pussy. I'm not about that. Like, if you're gonna talk shit to kids, do it face to face, or at least with your name.
Right. Yeah, man. I don't know. Being a Laker fan is hard. I wore my Laker hat in Bourbon Street. People were trying to have basketball with me, and I'm like, I don't care. I just want everyone else to lose. That's how I feel about sports. If my team doesn't win, I want everyone else to lose. And there's teams I don't mind. Like the Celtics, if they would have won, I would have been pissed.
Well, yeah.
The Heat, or whatever. And who's the other team?
It's the Nuggets.
The Nuggets.
I'm only hating because, that's the thing. It's Florida and Denver. Well, I don't like Denver because of the Broncos. So
That's
it's
reach.
city. No, yeah, exactly. So I want both of them to fail.
I like both of these teams.
I do too.
It's a win-win for me because I was pulling. I picked both of them to get to the finals in the conference finals. I picked the Nuggets to beat the Lakers. I picked the Heat to beat the Celtics. I was hopeful that would happen just because I like both of those teams more. The Nuggets, Jokic, I think is really likable, and I think he's really fun to watch. Anytime I hear someone say like his game isn't flashy, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Have you seen this dude pass? Like the way he passes the ball is ridiculous.
So Jokic is a topic. So we're gonna circle back to that right now.
Yeah.
But
The Nuggers somebody put and they flagged it for a slur. Like Nuggets. Or maybe it was even just a misspelling, but it was easy there, Negaprez.
just to continue the Lakers talk, somebody and I have heard this rumor, which I don't know how it works because NBA contracts are completely different.
Yeah.
From the other league, but they're like, oh, Kyrie's going to go to the Lakers
No,
now.
he's not. No, he's fucking not.
I hate Kyrie Irving. I hate that he's in the video game.
What?
Like, I want him to be deleted from the video game. I probably could delete him from the video game. I probably should delete him from the video game.
He's probably always injured in the video game.
Yeah, I was playing against him on defense. I'm like, I gotta stop you, you rat fuck. No points for you, even in the fake game.
Just foul him hard.
Just follow him out.
Just foul him really
There's no
hard.
punch option. There's not Bill Laimbeer's combat basketball. Now, if they redid that, I could punch a guy.
Put one of the Morris brothers on him. They'll fuck him up. Yeah, Kyrie sucks. I mean, he's a good basketball player. He annoys the shit out of me.
What were the Mavs at before they got Kyrie?
I believe they were 4th in the West, and they didn't make the play-in, which means that they were ranked worse than 10th.
Right. My favorite thing about Twitter is how stupid those people that still support Kyrie Irving are. It's like, this person did this, but all Kyrie Irving did was share a video on Twitter. And it was like, what was the video?
Yeah.
Explain the video. What was it saying? The earth was flat and it was all sorts of anti-Semitic bullshit.
Yeah.
It's not just he shared a video. It's like, fuck you dumb, ignorant bastards.
Didn't he share it from a plane or something?
I know he like shared a link to a anti-Semitic piece of propaganda,
Right.
And with no context. It wasn't like he just shared the link out, and I think that was, at least this season, was the start of the fuck Kyrie train. It seems like there's a fuck Kyrie train every year,
And he could have just not had it if he would have just been Uncle Drew and been whimsical and fun.
Yeah.
But no, he had to be an asshole.
He thinks he's a genius because he went to Duke for a few months. That's how he's wired. He's an asshole.
That's also another thing that I don't completely understand, how in college it's very hard to get through like scholastic admissions of most of these schools. And I do understand they're good at basketball, but like, how do you go from like Duke to UCLA or UCLA to Duke? Like, it's, let alone that most of these people are not starting, they're like playing at Auburn or some shit like that, and then they're going to Duke.
I'm Sammy. What, we talking Kyrie?
We were, yeah.
Bitch ass. He doesn't deserve, just like James Harden, he doesn't deserve it.
Well, I was trying to do a softball because basketball is not one of his more favorite sports. So we were talking about the Lakers, and there was a rumor about Kyrie going to the Lakers. That's about
Why
it.
would anyone want him?
That's the thing. I don't know anyone who
He
would.
just ruins teams, and LeBron can't afford to be ruined any more than he already is. Is he retiring yet? Has he announced
That was also another
That was something
subject.
we touched on. He
needs to go.
he's not going.
Fuck, man. Just fucking go away. You're not Jordan. You'll never be Jordan. Go away. Fuck, he bothers me so much.
Not a
God
LeBron
damn.
fan.
Oh, I can't stand his ass. He's not even my top 10.
Who?
What,
Not
Tommy?
in my top 10.
Who's not in your top 10?
LeBron.
That is foolishness. That's what that
So
is.
I'm gonna
First
say,
of all, I
I'm gonna,
go from the very beginning of the sport to now. I don't do that era shit. Fuck that. No. Basketball's basketball. So we go from the beginning when we were just putting like fucking the goddamn milk carton like fucking jug things. I don't know what they're called.
Baskets.
Yes. Traditional basket. The things with the cross. Yes. Yeah, no. Fuck that. I go through the whole.
the crisscross
that
pattern on a
means-
basket.
That means. I forgot the name, okay?
So who
No, I'm a Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain. All of them are in my top.
So
you could have them and LeBron.
Nah.
Not even your top
Not worth it.
10?
Nah.
Like, oh, man. I mean, I'm a Jordan guy, too.
Dirk's in there.
Dirk's not my top 10.
See? Dirk
way.
took LeBron's spot.
There is a. Let me see. I don't know if this is the right
Steph
clip
is-
exactly, but
Steph's
this
in
is
my top 10.
this is the one of the subjects that we had because we have never done basketball really in this much in depth.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I'm seeing a lot of is just people just going back and touching on that maybe Tim Duncan is underrated.
Oh, he absolutely is under.
Yeah.
One of the most underrated ever.
He's, I think,
probably the best forward to play the game.
he's in my top 5 of all time.
in my top 5 as well.
Yeah. I mean, he's one of the, like, I think there may be like 3 or 4 players where you have like a legit argument, like they might be the best basketball player ever. And he's one of them.
He is.
For sure.
He's just so quiet. No one
Yeah. And he,
got his rings and just kind of left.
yeah.
Into the GOAT
I don't even know what he
conversation
sounds
with
like.
Jordan, LeBron, and Kareem to a certain extent. Well, they didn't play enough. Well, Tim Duncan did. Tim Duncan has one less title than Jordan, the same as Kobe and Magic, and more than LeBron and Bird. Other than being boring, what's missing from his resume that he shouldn't be in this conversation?
To be honest with you, when I think about it, nothing.
Right.
Because the reason we don't include Bird
Yeah.
I include Bird. Bird's in my top 10.
Bird's in my top 10.
There's no room for that bitch ass LeBron James in my top 10. I can rattle all 10 off in no particular order.
Oh, I think I can do mine in order off the top of my head.
Well, see, it's a Kobe and Jordan. They battle for number 1, but I'll go.
That's
Jordan.
absurd.
Nah.
That's absurd, Tommy.
5 rings. It's 6.
Kobe has 5, Jordan has 6.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, 5 rings.
They're not-
What's wrong with 5 rings?
They're not-
Gertz, do you not like that?
Kobe's in my top 10. Don't get me wrong.
It's just a doppelganger Jordan.
He's a significantly worse Jordan.
What do you mean?
He doesn't do anything better than Jordan.
No. It's either equal or like one notch below.
No, it's
Like
not.
one notch below.
No, it's
The
not.
man's had 5 rings.
How
Gertz.
many MVPs does Kobe have?
A couple, right?
One.
Stronger.
Because no one liked him.
And-
He's not the most likable guy.
And honestly, you could make a case that Chris Paul should have won it that year. He probably should have. See, I know you like Chris Paul.
I do like Chris Paul, but no,
I don't even like Chris Paul. Chris Paul's a punk ass.
that's fucking blasphemy, Gertz. Don't do that.
Oh man, I mean,
God, you give Kobe his respect, goddamn.
he's in my top 10.
Maybe I'll knock him down. No, I can't.
All right,
I just want to compare.
I will not have a
Wasn't a
top
great
five
job.
because
Great player.
I'm not scholars like you guys.
Yeah.
I'm just watching the current game.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to keep up because almost all the old legends are kind of gone for a little bit. Like the big 3 in Spurs are gone.
The whole big 3
Kobe,
thing's gone,
Shaq
yeah.
is gone. Like almost every player except for LeBron is gone from the
His
heyday.
ass needs to go.
He's sticking around for at least 2
Oh my
years.
God. No one wants to see you play with your son. Okay?
I want to see him play against his son. I'd rather see that.
We'd love to see a flagrant. Oh, that's going to be on TMZ the next day.
But I will ask you guys, what is y'all's top 5?
Top 5.
Players?
Yeah.
Top 5 all time.
You want to go?
Sure. Tommy's gonna freak out like almost
You're
immediately.
just doing this shit to fuck with me.
Number 1's Jordan.
Okay.
Number 2 is LeBron.
Get the fuck out of
See,
here. Ridiculous.
Number 3 is Kareem.
Okay.
Number 4 is Magic. Number 5 is Bill Russell.
That's the worst list I've ever heard. Can I do that right?
I mean, you can shoot. Go what you got.
Number 1 is Russell.
Bill Russell.
Yep. Greatest of all time.
He's not, but okay.
How many titles again?
How many?
11?
How many
I believe?
teams?
Doesn't matter. What the hell is that?
It literally does. I won 11 rings in a year
Well,
when
if
there
that's
was
the
like
fucking
15
case,
teams.
LeBron won, what, 2? We're just doing one team, just the Heat titles and nothing else.
You know how many teams Bill Russell had to be in?
Not his fault.
like
the
5?
Man he had a family. Shit, he needs money.
He's in my top 5.
God damn it.
He's in my top 5, but
Bill Russell.
absurd.
Kareem. Jordan. Fuck you. Kobe. And I'm going Bird 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think so. And then
And I love Magic, and I couldn't even put him there. He's 6.
so I had Jordan 1, LeBron 2, Kareem 3, Magic 4, Bill Russell 5. I have Tim Duncan 6. I have Kobe 7. I have Larry Bird 8.
Mm-hmm.
I have the last 2. Like I find that they flip flop. I think I had Wilt at 9.
Okay.
And I had Steph at 10. Steph knocked out Shaq.
I like that.
When he won his last
So we're
championship.
concluding.
That was what the chat asked. They were like, "No Curry, really?"
Yeah, no, I'm going 6 Magic, 7 going Curry.
Okay.
It's 3 point. I mean, he does what he does very
Yeah.
well. What am I at? 8? Yes. 8. Wait. Yeah, 8. I'm going Iverson.
What?
I'm going Iverson.
In your top 10?
My top 10.
He achieved
Here's my
nothing.
thing. People who changed the game, innovators, I take into. He's the only innovator on my list. Come on, the crossover. The crossover.
Yeah, you have Magic
He
and
made a man fall and stepped over him.
you have Magic and Larry. They were innovators. He saved the NBA.
Larry's my 5.
I know that's what I'm saying, but like they're innovators and they're in there, but they also won a lot.
How about I'll put Iverson at 10.
How about you put him
Duncan 8?
nowhere near it?
Give me Duncan 8. I'll take Duncan 8, and I'm going Dirk 9.
Dirk?
I'm going Dirk 9, man. Dirk is one. I love an underrated, and Dirk is underrated.
I agree with that, but he's not top 10 of all
I think
time.
he's top 10.
That
for
is
me.
nonsense.
I could have put Hakeem in this.
We're gonna go.
Yeah,
to
you should put Hakeem in there.
I'll replace Hakeem with Dirk.
We're gonna go to
because it's
the
offending.
chat real quick.
I'm a Rockets fan. I got to do it.
So
Yeah.
we got Rakeen saying number 1 Jordan, 2 Kobe, 3 Curry, 4 LeBron, 5 Magic.
He's got Duncan 3. Oh no, I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong.
Curry,
person.
yeah. And
Telling Tree, I love your list.
Okay. And then Ricardo goes on 6 Magic, 7 Bird, 8 Wilt, 9 Tim, 10 Bird.
Robert Ory.
Yeah, using your logic, Tommy.
No.
Yeah.
He's a role player. That's a whole different thing.
Got so many rings.
He does have a lot of rings.
Yeah.
The man has a lot of rings.
Bus rider incarnate.
Look, that's how you do it, Gertz. That's how you do it. So you have a mantle right there. See, like, I go by specialty, too. Like, I want Dr. J could have been in there.
Yeah.
I saw Dr. J on there twice.
Yeah.
Like, I would have put Rodman somewhere in there just from
What?
the rebounds alone.
Top
It's no
10?
better rebounder ever. If you can name
Right.
one, please do.
I mean,
Somebody tall?
I mean, he got the job done.
I would have to look at what Tim Duncan got in terms
That's
of
true.
rebounds.
Oh, we can't do that.
Yeah. Like Tim Duncan
different.
might have a better rebound.
Yeah, he might. Yeah, you're right about
Telling
that.
Tree has Jordan, Kobe, Timmy, Larry Bird, Steph Curry, Magic Johnson, Shaq, and that's about it.
No Ben Wallace. We don't need Ben Wallace here. He's good. Mutombo. Yeah, no, these are all great second tier greats, I think. Like, you could have put Barkley somewhere in there.
I love Barkley. He's nowhere. He's not a top.
He's the
10.
Dan Marino of basketball. Exactly.
Yeah.
He's got. Yeah, he really is.
I mean, I would put Barkley over like players like. I would put Barkley over some players who have won championships for sure. Like I'd put Barkley over Kevin Durant. I think Kevin Durant's one of the most overrated players ever.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
I would too. Yeah. don't think
thought
he's
you loved
overrated.
Durant.
I do love him, but I can't put him over Barkley.
Yeah.
Barkley's Barkley. I just feel like he never got his flowers. You know.
Yeah.
The man's a Hall of Famer. Larry Johnson, goddamn. Yeah, we got Patrick, Karl Malone. Fuck, like you can go many places to avoid LeBron James.
Well,
Sean Kemp. Little Pitty Hardaway, yeah. Those shoes were great.
are you saying you think Karl Malone's better than LeBron James?
Oh, absolutely.
That is so.
Karl Malone in his prime would just destroy a LeBron James. LeBron James is soft. He's so fucking soft, Gertz.
He's a flopper. I'll
He's
give
the
you that.
greatest flopper of all time.
No,
They're changing the rule because of him.
that's Chris Paul.
No.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
No. It's close, but no.
No, it's not.
No. LeBron mastered that. He took the time.
Kyle Lowry's a bigger flopper than LeBron.
Don't put Kyle Lowry.
You're talking about flopping.
No, LeBron.
Watching Marcus Smart and Kyle
No
Lowry
one's watching Marcus Smart
having flop-offs during the
Marcus
series.
Marcus is terrible. It was bad. Marcus Smarts were really bad.
Yeah.
They were terrible. Like,
Yeah.
no one touched him.
Yeah.
And he would just go flying like 8 feet back.
Yeah. You would
And
think.
his were more entertaining, but LeBron's just
You would
egregious.
think Jimmy Butler had psychic powers. With the way Marcus Smart flies back every time.
Magneto.
He's fucking force pushing people.
Yeah. Jimmy Butler's a Jedi. Didn't even
God.
realize it.
LeBron's just bad at it.
No, he's not. Oh
Just
my
sell
God.
it, LeBron. Just
Time
sell
for our only football topic of the day.
Yeah.
it. Are we done with basketball?
No, we're not.
Okay.
It's just
Intermission.
it's intermission.
Okay.
That's the best way of saying
About
it.
how Jimmy G will never play for the Raiders.
That's great. Oh, is that the topic? 'Cause I would love to talk about
I mean, we can add a little bit
I
of
thought
spice.
that's what it was
Brady's
gonna
do it
be.
as an owner.
yeah.
It's a hell of
This
a
is literally going to
storyline.
be our opening show topic before people started asking us Memorial Day questions because it's just hilarious.
Yeah.
Because everything about Washington is just a shit show. So they're getting ready to sell their team. Maybe they already sold their team. I don't fucking care.
Yeah, it's final, I believe.
They were denied their trademark to use the name Commanders.
So they will no longer be the commies?
They have to keep fighting for it.
Don't fight for that shit. It's things to fight for.
Yeah.
That ain't it.
It ain't worth fighting for.
You got a new team, rebrand the fuck out of it, keep the colors, and go.
Bring back the football team.
I loved it. It was very British. It was very European. I love that. Yeah, do that.
It was just so like we don't have time to worry about a name. We're too busy playing football.
I was
For the
sold on
football.
Red Wolves or
That's the thing, that
football
all the
team,
things that
that's
they
it.
talked about them being their
They had,
mascot.
nice concepts, too.
The Red Tails, which is an homage to
Yeah.
black fighter pilots, the Red Wolves. I think they even said Red Hogs. And
Red Hawk, that was one. And it's just like, those would have been great.
Yeah.
How you landed on the fucking Commanders is just lazy.
I would have liked it if they just went with the Hogs, just the Washington Hogs.
Yeah, because they
I
had the
would've loved
Hogettes
that.
for the longest time.
Yeah.
The mascot's a fucking pig.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
You could make a really cool, like logo and mascot, like a badass boar with tusks.
Yeah.
Like you could have done something really cool that, like, would be a good play on their heritage. Like, remember those Washington teams that were good? God, that was a long time ago.
I don't remember. I don't think that was in my lifetime. Girl.
I remember, like, at some point I was 17. I got into one of those debates with people. I was like, Washington's never won shit. Like, yeah, they won a Super Bowl in like 1990, and I was wrong. They did win a. Yeah,
I think
when was the last time they won one?
I think
1990.
Fuck, that's terrible.
I think they won 2.
They did win 2.
Okay.
Like, period?
They've won 2, I think, in their history. Yeah.
In the Super Bowl era?
I think so. Yeah, I think they
Okay.
won 2.
Jesus,
Let me
that's
look.
terrible. For a legacy team, you're not really
You know,
a
there's
legacy
teams still with 0.
Yeah,
out there,
okay,
right?
Texans, relax over there.
We've been around. We're the youngest team. That's all I'm saying. We still got time. We got a good squad coming up here, Gertz. I can't wait to play you.
Oh my goodness.
It's going to be a fun one.
I mean, you're going to lose to my Colts week 2.
I don't think so.
I'm
That's
on
his
the
team.
Yeah.
You respect the man's team, Sammy.
God.
That was last time.
They have 3 championships.
Really?
They have 3 Super Bowls. 82, 87, and 91.
91. Okay.
So that's pretty good. A lot of teams don't have that many.
Your team has how many? 5?
Oh, we got 6.
6.
We're tied
They
with
are
the
at the
most.
top.
We're tied with the
Cowboys
Patriots.
are
5.
5. Raiders 5, right?
No, Raiders are 3.
Oh, you have the same amount.
Niners have 5.
Patriots have 6, right?
Yes.
What it do, Mexcellence? Great. Thank
Disgusting.
you, Carnage Rage. Sneak peek to something that may happen. I'm completely down to go to Houston and watch the Colts Texans games because the tickets are only like $40.
Are they still like 40? Good. Yeah, we need to do that.
That's too
before they
much
go
money.
up.
It's too much money for those teams.
What if I buy?
No, we got new quarterbacks, Gertz. It's a new day. It's a new day.
What if I buy it for you?
Oh, I wouldn't let you do that. I'll fucking buy my ticket.
But just as an extra bonus round, what is going on with Jimmy G?
I don't know. He failed a physical, right? And
His
no good.
ankle's a little
He
fucked
ain't no
up.
good no more.
I
So,
won't go that far.
I don't know why they got him in the first place.
Hey, you got Farva now.
They should have kept.
Purdue. Look up Raiders Purdue quarterback.
They should have kept
Nah,
Derek
man.
Carr.
Farva from Super Troopers.
Nah, man. You don't need. Just.
Look at his face. You know the movie Super Troopers?
Oh, yeah, y'all did. You drafted him this year. Yeah, y'all did
Aiden
draft one.
O'Connell is his name.
He looks like
Aiden O'Connell? What school did he go to?
Purdue. He just said,
Oh, he's a Purdue guy? That's a waste.
damn.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn. He really is
He does
far
look
from
like
Super
Favre.
Troopers.
Great prank, Farva.
Oh, my God damn.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
He's putting bars.
He looks like he's training to be a literal state trooper.
He's putting bars of soap and coffee over there. Like a real
Where the
asshole.
fuck was this guy at?
Yeah.
Purdue.
No, Davis Mills needs to be gone, Rakeem.
getting Tom Brady comparisons. Fucking-
Go get the fuck out. Not at the
Nonsense.
Raiders, he's not.
An ugly third round pick.
Oh, I got you.
Not every out of shape white guy is Tom Brady, damn
If anybody, it's Purdy.
it. Oh no, he keeps getting hurt.
It's offense, Gertz. It's fine. It's effective, Gertz.
No, it's literally
It's effective.
not.
They made it to the NFC Championship.
And have
I'm just
nothing to
saying.
show for it.
God damn it, man.
Have nothing to show for it.
We'll get there. The show's kicking off. Like, what is it? June?
Yeah, what's gonna be the next show of that? Because I can't wait. 'Cause I have good feelings about my team. You're gonna lose that bet, by the way.
Oh, what do you mean?
Like we're talking about football.
My team has some the Texans have to make more wins than Gert's favorite team, the Titans.
Not my favorite team.
He loves them. Yeah.
I like.
I
him.
assume we'll do some sort of preseason show before game 1.
Are we gonna do some preseason shit or no?
I don't give a fuck about preseason
No
games.
one
Do you?
does. Nah.
They should just get rid of it.
The 2 games.
I mean,
too
it is
much.
good practice, but it's still a
I
matter.
don't want to watch.
Know what else is good
Is this a
practice?
joint practice?
Just
Honestly,
practice.
I would rather watch joint practices. Than
I would
preseason
too.
games.
Well, yeah, because they fight during
they
joint
fight
practice.
all the time.
Yeah.
It's great.
I had fun watching, like, it was just clips of the joint practice. It was on Hard Knocks between the
yeah.
Cowboys and the Rams. It was fun just watching the difference between Sean McVay and Mike McCarthy. Like, Sean McVay is out on the field, like, running behind
he's
his
athletic
guys.
as hell.
He looks like he wants to play.
Yeah.
Mike McCarthy, I think he was eating a hoagie when
Sitting on an inflatable chair. God, he's a shitty coach. Is he on the hot seat? He should be.
calling the
Mike McCarthy?
plays.
Yeah.
No, because they won a playoff game, I think.
God, he's
co-
kicking the can, man.
He's
He
calling
is kicking
Who's
the
that new offensive coordinator?
Mike McCarthy.
Are you kidding
calling
me?
No,
the
they got
plays.
an offensive coordinator, but he is calling plays.
Get the fuck
Yeah,
out.
it's
Oh, it's going to be a miserable season for them, and I can't wait. to see
I mean, the Eagles did get even
the Eagles
better.
are gonna just,
The Eagles
the
are
Eagles
really
are
good.
stupid. That's a stupid team. Like, that draft was ridiculous. That draft shouldn't have happened.
All Georgia players?
All
Yeah.
Georgia players on defense. So it's all just a cohesive unit already. Now they're pro style. It's just like, come the fuck on, man.
I just
Hurts
get-
is only going to get better.
Yes, he is.
God damn it.
I just can't wait for all these suckers to keep picking the Bengals to achieve something. Oh, man.
Want to make another bet?
Coffee and mayonnaise bet?
No, never that.
What team did he end up going to again?
The Titans.
That's right.
Your team.
Not
Gonna
my
replace
team.
Ryan Tannehill week 5.
Yeah,
If you
everyone in the
lose to that guy. Oh my
I won't
god!
show up.
I'm
You
gonna
won't see my face until end of
everyone
I'll
in the
be
AFC
insufferable.
South got a new quarterback except
AFC
for
South is going to be fun to watch.
yeah.
Yeah, they all did, and they all were like minus Bryce Young, the like 2, 3, and 4
Yeah.
quarterbacks, which we got the best one out of the 2 through 4. But you know,
I don't know about that. I think my Colts have a pretty good quarterback.
who.
Richardson.
He's not.
He's faster
He had
than
a 56% completion percentage in college. He
It
was
doesn't
terrible.
matter. He's faster than Lamar.
Oh, he has. Like I tell Gertz all the time, he has the ingredients, but he doesn't know how to cook.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
that's
if
fine.
it can be unlocked, he is very scary. He would be the
The Colts are a good organization. They know how to deal with raw talent.
He
Yeah,
makes me nervous. I think they'll do better than the Texans, honestly.
I don't know about that.
Even with
That's such a backhanded compliment. I think they'll do
AFC
better
South.
than the Texans.
No, here's
Yeah,
the
them and everyone else.
here's the AFC South is going to be Jaguars,
Yeah.
Colts, Texans, Titans.
I think the Jags will win the division. Yeah.
Barely. They're not going to run away with it.
They've got a really good
They
coach.
barely
and a
made
really
it
good
through the
quarterback.
playoffs.
But they picked
I do
up.
not believe in
they-
Trevor Lawrence.
They won a playoff game.
And they have they have some. That wide receiver core is stupid.
They're a good team.
It's a scary wide receiver.
They're-
I just don't trust Trevor Lawrence.
They're a good team. Once he actually got a coach who knew what the fuck he was doing.
They wasn't going around kicking.
Yeah, I was like, oh, Trevor
Whoever
Lawrence is
loses
actually really good.
The Texans Titans bet should eat 20-piece McNuggets after they've been skinned by Sammy.
By hand with no gloves. Work in the yard.
With gloves.
No, that makes the bet worse because I don't want to eat that. Gertz doesn't want to eat that. And if you keep your hands clean,
And also,
that's a problem.
no sauce.
Oh God, no! Oh God, I can't do that. That's too much. It's too much, Ricardo.
Dude, that's a fine bet. I do it for recreation.
20 nuggets is a lot to eat.
20 nuggets is a
Oh,
lot.
I do that every Saturday, man. I got a 20-piece McNugget and a large fry. I'm fat as shit on Saturdays.
On to the MVP discussion.
I eat like Zion on
'cause
Saturdays.
Joel
It's in New Orleans. Give him a break.
just because Joel Embiid won it, do you think the right person won the MVP
Fuck
award?
no. And I love Joel Embiid. Like,
If you're looking at just the regular season statistics, which
should have been the Joker again.
that's what that award is. I think if it depends on how you look at it. If you look at it for the award for what it is, which is a regular season award, I do think he deserved it this year. Is he better than Jokic? No.
Not even close.
Jokic is the better player.
Yeah.
It's just Jokic, he phoned it in the last few weeks because they weren't playing for anything anymore.
Yeah.
So Embiid, it was a pity MVP. Like not
It's
all
it really is. It's
Yeah.
like the very definition of like, oh, this is only strictly for regular season.
Yep.
And that's it.
Not all MVPs are created equal.
Yeah.
Like
Kind
this
of
year.
lessen the award, really.
Yeah, this year's I was just like, as everyone now knows, it was like, oh well, yeah, Joel Embiid is not better than Jokic,
No.
and he's not better than Giannis. Like those are those are the three
I do
guys.
not like Giannis.
Yeah, you don't like Giannis as you call him.
Giannis, I got the book.
Antetokounmpo.
Fair enough.
That's how I say it. I could be wrong. Often wrong, but never in
I
doubt.
bet TJ can say it right, and he's not here today.
He's very good with pronunciating everything. He speaks Japanese.
I didn't know that part.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Pronunciating, Sammy. Let me create words.
Shakespeare did it all the time.
We did it all the time.
I gave up on trusting the 76ers, I think, 3 years ago.
I mean, when
3 years ago,
they got hard, and I knew they weren't going to win shit.
it was like, oh.
That was one of the most surprising things in the playoffs. Where it was like, oh, that's where Harden ended up.
He's going back to Houston. That's how bad it has been for him. Like, it's just, I might as well go back to the place where they let me do whatever I wanted.
Now, they do have a new coach who I think is right if they listen to him, which is Nick Nurse.
Okay.
Who used to coach the Raptors. And the reason I like Nick Nurse in Philly is he runs his teams ragged. And Joel Embiid needs to get his ass in better shape.
He's in bad shape.
Yeah, he's always out
It's
of
a
shape.
lazy team.
Yeah, and I mean, Doc Rivers is a lazy coach.
He's the laziest coach
yeah,
there is.
yeah. His halftime adjustments are him yelling,
He's
"Come
one of-
on!" At his
He's one of those guys I'm like,
That's what it was. They're like, and now mic'd up Doc Rivers. He's like, "Come on, come on!"
he's one of those guys like, you know people in this league, right? That's how you
Yeah.
get getting jobs, because you are not a good coach.
He might end up coaching the Suns, which is ridiculous.
That would be the worst thing they could do.
Like, I understood. I was bummed because he's a good coach, but I got it when they fired Monty Williams.
Yeah.
It's like that's 2 years in a row where you had these
Fuck, he's a
blowout
good
losses.
coach.
But you're going to trade in Monty Williams for Doc
He
Rivers.
took you from obscurity to
yeah.
making it to a fucking
Yes.
conference championship.
He took you to the finals.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So
Fucking hell, man.
now, I mean, he didn't make adjustments properly.
No.
They should have won that finals. They were up 2-0 against
They
the Bucks.
should. I just want Chris Paul to win one so he can go the fuck away.
But I was like, when they fired Monty, I was like, I'm not happy about it. I get it, and I think it's right.
Yeah.
But now, if they hire Doc, I'm like, oh, that's a mistake.
it's a step. It's like 4 steps back.
That's a huge mistake.
Doc is good for like mediocrity.
He's good. He's a floor raiser.
Yeah, he'll get his son on the team.
He's good on a team. He should coach a team that has no chance.
Yeah.
He'll make them relevant.
Let him coach like, oh no, I was about to say the Spurs. Please don't.
No.
Well, they're just going nowhere, especially after they got the number 1 pick.
We got
Victor
Wembanyama. Wemby.
Generational. Like, he's a big deal.
He needs to put on some weight.
He's a little skinny.
He's got the opposite problem of
Does
Zion
Pop
and
even
Luca.
care anymore though?
I think he does.
I think now that he has Victor, he definitely
Yeah.
cares.
I did see
That was what he needed. Because I went to a Spurs game, God help me. I went to one when they played Minnesota this year, when they did the whole I-35 thing.
Yeah.
And, like, they got pieces.
Uh-huh.
They
Do
need to
they?
cut a lot of plays. They do.
What
It's one dude I
pieces do they
cannot
have?
pronounce his fucking last name because it's the Spurs. But, like, it's ridiculously long.
So
but
here's
he's a
the argument
beast.
that I heard, because a lot of people were saying that the Pop has fell off. And granted, it was based on...
I don't think he has. You just knew he didn't have anything.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's how the league works now.
Yeah.
And Pop has always been a person that makes something out of nothing. Like,
Right.
Monty was not predicted to be a really great player.
No, neither was Tony Parker.
Neither was Tony Parker.
And they're both Hall of Famers. So,
He gets the best out of what he has.
yeah.
Like, it was a functioning team. They just weren't good.
Yeah. I think
They just didn't have the skills, like the ability.
yeah, he for a long time he was what Eric Spoelstra now is.
Expulsion's the best coach in the NBA.
Currently,
Yeah, easily.
Which was nuts because I was like, I stand by this. I was like, if the Heat lose this series after being up 3-0, they got to clean house.
They would
Like,
have. I don't know about clean house. They would have to clean.
Yeah,
For sure. 'Cause that would have been that's historic.
exactly.
No one ever come back.
That would be the biggest choke
for that
job.
fucking Celtics team.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I was
that
like,
would've been bad.
because I love Eric Spoelstra, but I was like, dude, if they lose this series,
They're just taking a breather.
I just be like, I was like, they would have to fire him.
It's hard to go just 3 games hard and then just continue. Let them take a break.
I mean, the silver lining,
Make it entertaining, Gert.
the silver lining is they beat them in Boston, which is
I
great.
love it.
And
I fucking despise that city. So that's great.
when we were watching that game, Samantha and I were watching it, and when we saw Jason Tatum twist his ankle or land on his ankle, the first play of the game, we were like, oh, this is probably already
done.
over.
Yeah,
That game
shell.
that game ended in 32 seconds.
That was just a fucking shit. You knew
Yeah.
it was over immediately.
After that, I was like, yikes. So, I mean, that's a bummer. I don't want to see a team lose that way, but I did want to see the Celtics lose.
Yeah, I'm like, they lose. That's all I care about. I did not want to see that team make it. And we
Yeah.
got the coach that made them good, so that helps. We have a shit team, but we'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Rockets are terrible. That's an awful team to watch.
They might be the worst.
They are.
Houston has
they are.
Houston has a knack for attracting deviance between
A lot of strip clubs.
Deshaun Watson and now Ime.
Ime's like hey, look, he's good now. He's on the mend.
Man
He's
cheated.
rehabilitated, man.
cheated on Neil Long.
He did cheat on Neil Long. That's
For
foolish.
shame.
He's a good coach.
Oh, he's a great coach.
We'll take him. That team, that's a match made in heaven, Gertz. Have you seen Jalen Green? Have you seen him speak?
No.
Oh, watch an interview. That's our star. That is our star, man. He sounds like he just woke up every time and does not give a fuck about anything.
Well, on the note of stars, I just had a question.
Yeah.
Just because I keep seeing people like run over the Nuggets, run over everything about this guy. Is Jokic a little underrated?
Oh, he's hella underrated.
It's funny because he's a 2-time MVP.
Yeah.
And he deserved it both years. And it's just now people are like, oh, wait
Now
a
he
minute.
got a nickname.
Yeah. Just now people are realizing, oh, this guy might be like the best player in the NBA. And it's like he's been that probably for the last like 2 years,
Yeah.
at least in the conversation.
Yeah. It's like the Nuggets from nothing to something.
And the fact that like the thing that people always harp on is like he's not a good defender. It's like that's incorrect. He's not a good rim protector.
Yeah, no, he's a good defender.
Yeah.
He's a good defender, actually. He's a good rebounder, which takes possessions away from the other team. And
He's triple doubles literally every game.
And he's got active hands. He's a good defender. He's just not blocking shots very often because he doesn't jump. Because he sees what happens when big ass dudes jump. Their knees explode. So I mean,
Man wants longevity.
yeah, he wants to he's on the court way more often than most men his size. Plays more minutes than most men his size. He's great. I'm conflicted this NBA Finals because I like both of these teams. I'm going to be rooting for the Heat.
Me too.
We'll go back to that.
Yeah.
I just was like, everybody, as far as I know, when it comes to, because all I did was watch ESPN. Every ESPN analyst is like, oh, the Nuggets are going to lose this series.
Everyone
Like,
everyone planned on them to lose. I did. I wouldn't
yeah.
give them any respect.
I did
You can ask him. I was talking to him about it. I'm just like, yeah, no, they don't belong there. They need to get the fuck out. Them in Sacramento, I was like, I'm not watching until they're gone.
I was.
Because they don't belong.
Does that mean you're not watching the
Oh, no, Joker won me the fuck over. And Jimmy. Both of them, actually.
And, I mean, I understand this is you can go either way on this argument, but they were like, oh, Shaq would completely run him over. Like, they're not even the same league of person.
You'd run Jokic over?
Yes.
I don't know.
I don't know about that, actually.
But that's the thing is, like,
'Cause
we at least think it's competitive.
Joker would
they
use
thought it was
what he has to combat.
Yeah.
That's what he does. Like, he can combat Shaq by just his brain. He's a smart player.
I can think of a lot of things Jokic is better at than Shaq. Shooting, which is very important. I think he's a better rebounder than Shaq, actually,
I do too.
if you just look at his numbers. And he's a better passer than Shaq, even though Shaq is an underrated passer. Shaq was actually a pretty good passer. He just usually scored the ball himself.
It's just easier.
Yeah. But
the answer to that, Rakeem, is never.
when was the last time the AC won? Yeah.
No, this is the first.
If the Heat win this, it's the best finals run in NBA
If he
history.
win this, Jimmy Butler definitely needs to be in a conversation for the Hall of Fame for sure.
I think he's
Go ahead
already
and
in.
go
though.
into
I think he's
our
almost there.
second to last topic, which
Yeah.
is just the playoffs as a whole. What did you learn? What did you have fun watching, kind of thing? What did you take away
Just the playoffs as a whole.
as a
I
whole?
took away a lot.
Yeah.
The respect for Jokic. I can't pronounce
Jokic.
it. Jokic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just call him Joker. But yeah, Jokic and Butler, like two guys I could give two fucks about when their playoffs started. It was like, fuck both of them. Neither one deserved to win. They suck. And they proved me wrong. They completely won me over. But I'm with Jimmy though, because like I like the Nuggets. They remind me of an old Spurs team
Okay.
a little bit, to just because they play kind of fundamental.
They do at the same time, like they do shit where I'm just like, Jesus, like Jokic throws people open, which is nuts.
That's quarterback. He's the best passer.
Yeah. It's like he throws the ball where there's no one and someone scores.
Yes.
Like that's why anytime like his game's not flashing, I'm like, fuck you.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
They're like a souped up Spurs
Right.
team. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the Spurs, I think, boring.
Oh, they're so boring.
But like
they have the very definition of fundamental basketball.
I don't think of the Nuggets as boring. I think they're really fun
they're
to watch.
entertaining, but at the same time they have like a base of just like the old school science of just pass, and
you don't see them taking circus shots.
you do not.
They create good shots.
They create shots. They do not take dumb shots, and they're effective. That's how they win.
My takeaways. I mean, I was already a Jimmy Butler fan. I was a big Jimmy Butler fan, and I've become a Jokic fan over the last like 2 years. I became a Jimmy Butler fan when I heard that Minnesota Timberwolves story like 3 or 4 years ago. He was back when he was on the Timberwolves, and he shows up to practice and he plays against the starters with people on the G League on the team. And he destroys them.
Of course.
And not by scoring himself. He's throwing assists. and he's talking mad shit to Karl Anthony Towns, to the GM. It's like, y'all fucking need me. Pay me.
I didn't know about this.
Yeah. Oh, man. Look it up. Like, yeah, it's great.
He's winning me over more.
Yeah. So when I heard that story and when I saw him on Philly, I was like, he's their best player. Back when they had Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, and Jimmy Butler and Tobias Harris, I was like, Jimmy Butler is easily their best player, and they didn't see it that way, and they're paying the price.
Well, I like it. He's got grit.
Oh yeah.
And LeBron fucked that up for the league. Everybody's soft and shit. And Jimmy Butler, I didn't realize he has that old school ass psychotic grit that's what
people
I
call
crave.
him Michael Jordan's son.
That's what I crave out of my athletes. That's why I love Kobe so much, because he took Michael's shit to another level.
I feel like when Meta World Peace left,
he was a psycho.
Yeah, I know. Understand he was a psycho.
You never seen Malice in the Palace? Watch it.
But I'm just saying, once he left, like I understand people love Stephen Curry. But Stephen Curry he's not
too
small,
well-balanced.
but he's small for NBA.
Yeah,
and he gets thrown around a lot. And then Harden is a flopper. LeBron is a flopper.
Oh, LeBron's a piece of shit.
But I'm just saying that it's just come to a point where there is no like a lot of hard players, except for the two that are meeting in this game at this point.
I was getting
that's accurate because Jimmy's the only one I can think of. Who else has that kind of?
No, that kind of just like hard nose.
Donovan kind of.
Donovan Mitchell has a little bit of that.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm trying to think. It's hard to think of a tougher player than Jimmy Butler.
I can't, right?
Yeah.
I can't at all.
And I saw people comparing.
I wouldn't say Draymond, but he's just dirty.
No, Draymond.
At least he's hard nosed. I'll give him that.
He is.
Nah,
and KD just complains, and he just.
KD is also kind of a flopper.
He is.
Draymond's a pussy.
He's sensitive.
Like Draymond complains to the refs more than anyone. He scratches people's eyes. He's a pussy. Like he's a bully and a pussy.
He really is.
Yeah.
It's a big difference.
He kicks people in the dick. He kicked Steven Adams in the dick. Who the fuck does that?
He did kick Steven Adams.
I like Steven Adams a lot. He's tough.
He is.
Yeah.
He really is.
On the note of the playoffs, just to
toughness.
answer this question from the chat. By the way, do you think the Warriors are going to change a lot because their team president is stepping down and apparently he's good friends with Draymond?
I think they'll keep Steph, and I think everyone else is on the table to go.
Oh, they're cleaning. They're revamping.
I think they'll get rid of Jordan Poole. I think they should get rid of Clay. I think they should look at what they could get for Draymond or how much it takes to keep him.
Is this the last year on Clay's contract?
I think so.
I was about to say you probably could have traded Clay.
I think he's got 1 year left, so they can get something for him.
Get something for him. They have a lot of tradable assets. You do not get rid of Steph, of course.
Yeah, you keep Steph.
Just build around Steph. Honest to God, yeah,
Steph should be easy.
They can make it. I think
Steph should be easy to build a good team around.
Yeah, they have a lot of dead weight now.
Yeah,
yeah. I was rooting for them because that's one of my favorite recent dynasty teams. It's kind of the only dynasty team as of late.
I did pick them to beat the Lakers.
Well, I do love that the NBA got salted, and now it's just like everything's new.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it needs to be.
Yeah,
Because it's just like I don't watch as much as I used to. I used to watch like from Christmas on, and now I'm just like it was playoffs on, and now it's just like semifinals.
Well, I do want to say that the
keep up
NBA
with
has
it,
the
but, like,
weakest playoff thing where more than half the teams get in and become the playoff.
That's the
play-in.
thing. They expanded it to like the fucking Timberwolves got in.
Well, they got into the play-in. I like the play-in tournament a lot.
It's fun.
Yeah,
And you know those teams are going to lose.
it creates.
I mean, it's like the NFL adding that extra seed that's
But
never
we
won.
like that because
They've never won in 2 years.
But you guys don't watch college football, but so you get like 5 straight days. of football.
College is a different environment because you're dealing with a pool of thousands of people.
It's only like 8 teams to focus on.
yeah.
What I like about the play-in tournament is it creates more elimination games. So those games are intense.
Those games are fun.
Yeah.
They play their asses off.
Yeah, like the play-in is intense, and I really like that. I mean, and it makes the Miami Heat's run all the more impressive. They were a play-in team.
Was they a play-in team?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
They lost their first play-in game.
Oh, they got to win this.
They lost to the Hawks. So the Hawks became the 7th seed, and then Miami beat the Bulls to be the 8th seed.
They're the New York Giants of basketball. Right, yeah.
That's why this is unprecedented in a lot of ways.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be watching.
Well, now it's time to set the stage for what's going on next. It's the NBA Finals. I was not, like I said, I don't watch the regular season. So when I found out this story, I was like, that is going to make this very interesting. Apparently, they already had a run-in earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, what happened here?
Oh, yeah.
Who is this?
It was Markieff Morris and Nikola Jokic. And Markieff Morris hard fouled Jokic.
God damn.
And Jokic did not like it and fucking shoulder checked him and gave him whiplash.
So we're going to see this again.
I don't think Markieff is on the Heat anymore.
But they were
Let's get them back just for it.
They were all waiting outside the locker room for Jokic to come out because.
Oh, that was that.
Yes.
Yes. I'm 100% on Jokic's side on this. When you see the whole thing, it's like, dude, check that guy. You're the
Don't
MVP.
really disrespect that guy.
Yeah, it's like I think this was the year he won his second MVP.
Yeah.
So it's just like, dude, like you wouldn't do that to any other star of his caliber. Like, why are you doing it to Jokic? I don't fucking get it. So I love that
The disrespect is crazy.
Yeah, I love that he was like, fuck
I
that
just love the
shit.
bad blood that Jimmy Butler was like, let's go outside.
Yeah, I did
go
like that too. I like Jimmy that too. Like,
It better be a fight in this
yeah,
finals.
I think Markieff is a bitch. I like what Jokic did, but I like what Jimmy did too. He's like, I'll fight you right now.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's like Jimmy Butler standing up for his teammate. I like that.
This was also a small story, like honestly, because
Yeah, I didn't know
no
that.
one thought these two teams would meet in
In the finals, yeah, no. I wouldn't have predicted it at all.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that though. I love it's 2 teams no one really thought would be there.
I picked them once they were in the conference finals. I did pick Nuggets to win their series against the
I can see
Lakers,
that, yeah.
and I picked the Heat to beat the Celtics.
It bothered. I didn't watch as long as the Lakers were in the playoffs.
The
The fact they were winning was bothering the fuck out of me. It's like, just beat this fucking team. They suck.
The biggest takeaway from me prior to the finals was the Grizzlies are frauds and a half.
Oh, well, their fucking stars are frauds.
Yeah, I like watching Ja Morant play, but goddamn,
It's a waste of talent.
yeah, it's
Big time waste of fucking talent.
that's a good way of
Just
putting it.
leave.
It's
Yeah, just go.
infuriating. It's like
Yeah.
you are so
The
good.
dumbest motherfucker I've ever seen. in
And
my
you're
life.
pulling the dumbest shit, and it's just like, oh my god, you're
go away at
throwing
this
your
point. Yeah.
career away.
Gonna be the next Kyrie in a way.
in a way.
In a way, just a guy like no one really wants you on their team. You're effective up to a point.
They should look at firing that coach.
Oh yeah, they
James.
they absolutely need to.
Like I was like,
The GM too, actually.
'cause
Like,
it's
fuck.
clear that they do not respect that
That
coach.
front office, oh no.
They need a coach.
Take it from a team whose coach no one respected.
Yeah.
Do you mean the
Silas was a
Texans
joke.
or the
No, the Rockets.
Oh, okay.
Like they were his team did not respect him for shit.
Like that.
And it was painful to watch.
That was a
He
team.
cried during a press conference. It was fucking terrible.
That was a team that if they fought like. I thought they should have fired Taylor Jenkins, but I was like, that's one. If Nick Nurse didn't go to Philly, I was like, Nick Nurse would be a good fit there. Or if I know there was talks earlier that Ty Lue might leave the Clippers. Not that they would fire him. I think he just
They wouldn't fire him.
They wouldn't. But if Ty Lue went to Memphis,
that's a good fit.
That would be a really good fit.
I think that's a great fit.
Because he would not take that shit.
No, fuck no.
And he's like, dude,
angry. Ever since Allen stepped over, he's been mad.
Yeah, that guy got in screaming matches with LeBron James.
Yeah, he didn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
He was my favorite Cavs coach.
He and Spoelstra both got in screaming matches with
I
LeBron
forgot
James.
Spoelstra was the first.
Random
with the
fun
Heat,
stat that I learned over this: Kevin Love is 100% rate of getting to the finals if he makes the playoffs.
He's the secret sauce.
He is a secret sauce.
I was shocked when I saw Kevin Love.
I was so happy to see him because he was a broken man.
Yeah.
He really was a broken man.
When I saw him and I looked up how old he is, because I was like, God, Kevin Love has to be like 40. No, he's like 34. He's like,
he's my age.
he looks so old.
He looks just beaten to shit.
He's got gray hair. He's got George Clooney hair. I was like, yo. I mean,
He was stressed out in Cleveland, man. Like, remember, he was the only one that was left. Everyone left.
Yeah.
And he was the only one that was there.
I hope he gets, because I didn't see him get a lot of minutes against the Celtics.
I didn't either.
I hope he gets some minutes against the Nuggets.
Yeah.
Because he looked pretty good against the Knicks.
He's got a second win.
Yeah,
man.
he can shoot.
He can.
Yeah, he can
And
rebound.
I feel like the moment ain't going to be too big for him.
No.
He's been there before, so it's just,
I
I
think
think he might be the, saving grace.
I think it might have been early in the it was either the Knicks or the Celtics series. It might have been early in the Celtics series. He had a few plays where he'd get a rebound, like a defensive rebound, just turn and heave that ball down court, and there was someone running, usually either Jimmy or Gabe Vincent or Caleb Martin to put it up.
Yeah.
I know he tweaked his calf in the Celtics series.
He did.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? If the Heat win, Tyler Hero gets a ring.
I'm okay with that. It was fun. My dad.
I do like Tyler
Navy
Hero.
on. I've been going gray since my early 20s.
I'm starting to go gray on my face.
I'll be too. You're the only one of us that have-
No, I've
really?
gray in my face.
Okay.
I've got gray on my sideburns coming in.
Oh yeah, all this.
Yeah. But my dad, it was during the Bucks series, and Tyler Hero broke his hand, and he's like, "Oh man, that might be it for the Heat." And I text back I am not worried.
They know how to operate without Tyler.
I was gonna
Hero.
say and I heard a lot of people say that's a big deal. He scores 20 points a night.
man.
I'm like, how efficient is he? Not very
efficient at all.
especially in the playoffs.
Him and Russell Westbrook,
Right.
they are very similar. Just they will try to take over.
On that note, what are the chances that Tyler Hero comes back? Zero?
Pretty good.
It's pretty good. Yeah, he might.
pretty good?
he
Yeah,
might actually
they're
show
saying
back
he
up.
might be back by game 3.
Yeah.
But I mean, Duncan Robinson stepped up in a big way. He looked consistently really good in the Celtics series, which surprised me because he's normally a catch and shoot guy.
In a Spoelstra team, they're gonna find guys to show up. Yeah.
Duncan Robinson's my favorite Pixar player. Man, it looks like a Pixar character out there. Miami runs on Duncan. I am picking the Nuggets to win, and I won't be mad if the Nuggets win because I like them too. But
The
God,
the
I would love
Nuggets
it if
just
the Heat
seem
won.
like this unstoppable force that somehow no one is still talking about.
I don't get that at all. I like Michael Malone keeps bringing it up.
I've
Their
never
head
seen
coach,
a team more disrespected.
Yeah.
Include myself.
because Michael Malone,
Remember I told you they ain't shit.
right.
I was really just oh fuck the Nuggets. That's ridiculous.
I was-
I mean, we talked a little bit of basketball during the draft, and
Yeah.
I was just kind of like, all right, whatever happens, happens.
But-
Yeah, the fact Sacramento really threw me off this season, and any
I
team
like
that rose
I
to
like the
occasion, I was
Sacramento
fuck
little
that.
brother effect, where it's just like, oh,
They're the
man,
best team in-
you
well,
guys
no,
haven't
Lakers
been
were.
good for
Ever. Literally ever. That's where players go to die.
That's Sabonis out there playing like a jabronis during the fucking playoffs. They should have won that series. I picked the Warriors to win it. But watching those games, I was like, the Kings really should be winning.
It looks
this.
like it was just the moment was too big
Yeah.
for them. Yeah.
Yep.
But look, that's something to
Is it
build
a
off of for sure.
Yeah.
I was about to say, is it a young team that can bounce back?
It absolutely.
Oh,
is.
yeah.
They'll
They're
be
gonna-
back next year.
I think they'll be better next year.
I don't know how far they. I don't think they'll make it a little bit farther. Maybe.
That's
But it's a
very
team that's
hard
gonna
to
have to
predict. The
work
NBA seems
themselves
harder
out.
to predict, and I'm good
It's
with that.
super hard to predict. Yeah, I mean, look who's in the fucking finals. No one would have guessed that.
I'd
You
say
probably could have put money on the Nuggets making it to the finals.
Nuggets, yes. Heat, definitely not.
You probably could have put money on either or. With betting odds probably being 3-1 and won a good bit amount of money on DraftKings.
Absolutely.
Oh, they would have been. I think you would have had better odds than that. Or like worse odds. You'd make more money. Because there was a point when the Lakers were like 50-1 to make the finals, and they got to the Western Conference Finals. Yeah. So I was like,
way farther than they should have.
So like the Lakers were that underrated at that time. Then the Heat definitely were. It was funny. Like before the playoffs started, I didn't think Denver or the Heat would be the final two teams. I thought, but it was really after the first round, I was like, oh, Denver's legit. And the Heat are legit because they beat the piss out of the Bucks. And granted,
I enjoyed that. That was when, like, at first I was like, Jimmy Butler ain't so bad. Because fuck Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Like Giannis did get hurt. But what was happening before he got hurt? The Heat were whooping that ass.
Oh, yeah.
I was just like, oh, I think the Heat they might like. They
wanted it more.
I think I picked the Bucks.
You know, there's people out there that really believe that the Heat just didn't try for 3 games to make it interesting.
Seems that way.
I've heard that theory.
Yeah, it really kind of seems that way.
I don't believe it, but I think it's funny, and because if you look at Jimmy Butler's playoff career, he does have ups and downs a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was texting this to my dad last night watching the game. I was like, Bam Adebayo might be the worst good basketball player I've ever seen. Because he cannot make a shot to save his life. He does everything else really well. He's a good rebounder.
He's a role player.
He's a good defender.
Yeah.
He's setting great screens and getting open shots for Caleb Martin and Duncan Robinson.
Shoot for shit.
He is 3 feet from the basket. Bonk, bonk,
Had
bonk.
good players do that for years.
Goes to the free throw line, shoots 80% from the free throw line. I'm like, bam!
Man.
He annoys me.
No, he has to be perfectly still.
Oh my God.
With no one threatening to block a shot.
I don't want to say he annoys me because I like him.
Yeah.
His inability to make the easy shots. It was killing me last night. I was screaming at my TV. Like, oh my God. Oh. But yeah, Jimmy has highs and lows. He'll have a game where he gets 40, and then the next game he'll get like 18.
My favorite part is that like he lost the game 4, and it was like, oh, he started singing Bob Marley. Then he was like, I told you not to worry about a thing.
Yeah.
Did he guarantee a win?
He did last year.
I thought somebody guaranteed one this year.
Last year he said, we have enough pieces. We're going to be back here next year and we're going to get it done. And he did.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's nuts.
Man's a legend.
Yeah. I already had him because people were like talking about, is Jimmy Butler a Hall of Famer? I was like, I already had him in there once they got to the finals in the bubble.
See, I don't know how the NBA Hall of Fame works. You have to have at least one ring, right?
No,
there's no one because Barkley doesn't have one.
Barkley's
a kind of an outlier.
Reggie Miller doesn't have one.
He's also one of those outliers.
Yeah, that's who I was comparing Jimmy Butler to at that point.
I mean, you got to understand that once upon a time, the NBA wasn't
Just
like
like,
I
in
just
terms of
want to join
accolades.
this winning team to win a ring.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
because I think
Everybody's ring chasing now, yeah?
well,
Yeah, because you can. There's so many players in the '90s that didn't get a ring because of Jordan.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, fuck, my Rockets only got those 2 because he retired.
Jordan had to retire for Hakeem to win.
I think Kenny Smith was like, yeah, even if he wouldn't have retired, we still wouldn't want. As a Rockets fan, you wouldn't have.
No.
No, we need it. To get to
Yeah, and just like how there's different weights to different MVPs, I think there's different weights to different rings. Like Dirk's ring is like that is, unless the Heat win it this year, that is the most impressive ring probably ever.
He did that damn near single-handed. That team should not have won.
No. And because I mean they were a 3 seed, so it wasn't like this Heat team is
great. Yeah, it wasn't like the Heat.
This Heat seed, they're an 8 seed.
And I've never seen. And you took out the number 1 seed
And the number 2.
and the number 2. Seemingly with just gusto,
With ease.
With ease and gusto.
They beat the shit out of the Bucks.
The whole 9. It's just like, fuck.
Yeah.
I know we're getting to the predictions at the end, but I can't wait for that 'cause I don't know.
I don't think any of us. I mean, Gertz is going to have
so
the best
unpredictable.
educated guess, but
Yeah.
I've been doing well this playoffs with my picks.
Oh yeah, I would never bet you.
I'm happy.
Yeah, I was about to say next NBA playoffs.
NFL,
we're going to
man.
Vegas.
We should do that with the NFL. We're pretty good. Fuck.
Well, here's the thing:
Like a pool or something.
No one ever takes into account that it's just like the odds are astronomical, even if you're likely to be right. So if you say the Chiefs will get to the Super Bowl, which is like it's a smart, easy guess, that pays out like probably 10-1.
Yeah. Ugh. If you do it early enough.
You don't want $100. You don't want $1,000 for 100.
I want more, but yeah, I'll take it.
I am being light when I say.
I feel like we could do this. We're pretty accurate.
I mean, if we're just looking at picking who is going to win each series, I've got 9 out of the 14 so far correct. If we're talking about number of games, I think I've gotten 6.
I wouldn't even attempt it.
I've almost gotten half of them right, down to the number of games.
I expected the Heat one to go the way it went. I thought that was going to be 5 games and we're out.
I picked the Heat in 7. I was
really?
not. I did. I wasn't expecting it to unfold the way it did.
It unfolded in a very dramatic fashion.
I was expecting it to be tit for tat.
Yeah.
I expected the Heat to win a few road games. I was like not expecting them to win. I think they won 3 road games. Yeah. The Heat were better on the road than they were at home. Yeah. Granted, before that series, the Heat were undefeated at home.
They were taking a breather. They had to get ready for the final.
I don't think it was. I think they had to figure some shit out because the Celtics are more talented.
Oh, absolutely.
They have a better roster.
They don't have. The coaching is lacking.
The coaching is lacking, and the chemistry is lacking, and the leadership.
You have super coaching. I'll be honest.
And they've got a good leader. The Celtics don't have a good leader.
Who's their leader?
They don't really have one.
I wouldn't follow Jason Tatum.
It should be him, but it's really not. It's more. If anyone, it's more like it's Marcus Smart.
I have a funny question, just on this note, before we give our final predictions.
He's very Kyrie-ish.
Just because you're very stubborn. Who are 3 people you would listen to in all of sports, Tommy?
That I would listen to?
Yeah,
like
it's
coaches
just like
or athletes?
Both. Just like they would hit you across the head and be like, "You're going to
D'Amico Ryans.
Okay,
whatever he says, I would do. It's my coach.
One. All right, 1.
Oh, I need more than 1?
Yeah, I said 3.
Oh shit!
Coaches or players or anybody
that you would follow
Mike
their
Tomlin.
Lead.
Mostly coach. I'm not following anyone younger than me. Mike Tomlin and Belichick. I'd follow. Belichick told me what to do. I'd listen.
He would tell you to cheat.
You know all about that life. I'll be happy to do that.
I'm with you on Mike Tomlin, obviously.
Yeah.
Eric Spoelstra.
Yeah. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh whatever.
Kareem is
Yes, sir. I got you.
Yeah. There's probably actually It's
all the old schools, Magic. Any of them I would be. I wouldn't be around Jordan because
Rakeem needs to be a fucking Raiders fan to say.
Al Davis.
Pop.
Oh, that's the original, right? Yeah. The original.
What I like about Kareem is he'll just go off on tangents about shit that's not sports related.
No,
like he went on.
He'd just be stoic and serious as fuck about it. I've never seen Kareem smile.
He was talking shit about all the Oscar nominees. Like
he find anything.
He was just like they're just giving these movies these awards because of who made them. These movies stink. I was like, that's awesome.
There's no artistic integrity.
Yeah, it's like they're just awarding them because of their history.
Chill the fuck out for like a second, Kareem. Jesus,
I like angry old Kareem.
Oh, he's just so angry and bitter. I love him.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to give our predictions for the NBA Finals, and that'll be the show. But we'll be right back.
Hey, folks, I'm back. I'm Tommy McGrew. No, I'm not. Hi, you were gone. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Manscaped Ad. Did you know that over 8 million people trust their balls with Manscaped? I trust my balls with Manscaped. I trust my body with Manscaped, and I trust my face with Manscaped. Manscaped has so many products. Now, I went to New Orleans this last weekend, and it's called the Big Easy, some people say. But you know what else is Big Easy? Shaving your head and your face with the Beard Hedger. I used it. I have the Zoom wheel, 20 different adjustments. I used it to shave my head. It already kind of grew back, but I got nice and close with it, hit it with the straight razor, and bam! I was good. I was ready for Bourbon Street. I was getting all the ladies interested and then being like, no, I have a girlfriend. Or who knows? Hey, infidelity. So, that being said, you want to be faithful to yourself, you want to be faithful to your family and your friends and your loved ones? Use coupon code MEX20 for 20% off and free shipping. Go to manscaped.com. Use coupon code MEX20 for 20% off and free shipping. And not only will you get all the validation and love that you could ever imagine by having the cleanest face and the cleanest balls in your local Tri-City area, but I'll love you. And I will appreciate the fact that you went to manscaped.com. And actually, truth be told, I actually did use the Boxers 1.0, the classics, because I don't like no chafing around my legs. It's hot, it's muggy in New Orleans. I did a lot of walking, and my hams are solid. So, do you want your hams to be solid? It was Memorial Day. You probably cooking hamburgers, and those were way too solid. Shut up. Those were way too solid. That's not the type of solid I want. I want your hams to be solid from chafing. Boxers, beard balms, and arm creams, and scents galore. You want all that? I do. And you can get it for 20% off using coupon and free shipping. Everywhere, free shipping. Using coupon code MEX20, 20% off. Manscaped.com. Your balls, your face, your body will thank you. And also me thank you. Thank you. Back to Marcos.
Popeyes in a while. Oh, it's good.
Have you had it today?
I'm a big fan of the Popeyes.
You say you've been craving Popeyes?
No, I have.
It's good stuff.
It's great.
The service is not great.
That's part of the experience.
You know, it's a meme that they are great on service because of that porno video out there.
What porno video?
There's a Popeyes porno
We have to
video.
talk about this.
I've been saying for years that Popeye's tagline should be "What you want." That's what you hear every time you walk into a Popeyes.
Cup thrown at me in the drive-thru.
What you want?
It was the worst fast food experience I've ever had was courtesy of Popeyes.
So, quick question before we get into our finals: best and worst service from fast foods.
Oh, Popeyes, for worst.
Chick-fil-A is probably the
Chick-fil-A's
best.
Like, regardless of how you feel about it, the service, man.
Oh, we're not talking about their political leanings.
No, we're not. We can't in this conversation. But
Right.
service-wise, they nail it.
I will say it's because I
Wish
go late.
McDonald's
I go
could do
late.
that.
I go
That'd be
late
great.
at night, so it's not as crowded. And I do know they get backed up, and it's not always going to be glorious.
Right.
So for me, the best is P. Terry's. But
They're good. Yeah, they are
Not
good.
mine. Mine is fucking terrible.
Worst is Jack in the Box.
Yes. I think we could all.
They're probably worse
Whataburger
than.
ain't great.
They're probably worse than
Whataburger is
Popeyes.
middle of the road, but they're up there with like it could be
It
hit
could
or
go
miss.
either way.
Yeah.
Like Wendy's.
I've had.
Yeah, Wendy's is that
But
way.
Jack in the Box is the only place where it's like I'd like the mini tacos. It's like no,
We don't have that.
here's a Yumbo Yak.
Yeah.
And they won't tell you. That's the part. You get your shit and you look at it. It's like I ordered tiny tacos. You gave me 3 tacos.
Yeah.
It's like the value doesn't even equal. Like it's not the same.
Yeah. I've had mixed experiences at Whataburger. I've had some nights where it was great, and some nights where I was like, I'm waiting for 45
Oh
minutes.
yeah, you can put shit in park.
Yeah. There was one Popeyes that I would go to when I was in grad school, and we would drive out of our way to go to it because it was open later than the other one that was closer to us. And that one was like easily the nicest Popeyes I've ever been to. Yeah, like they were, every time we went, I was like, man, I hope we're not coming in like right as they're closing shit up because they close in like half an hour. They were always cool with us and gave us free shit.
I'm about to shock you right now. I've been to like maybe 4 or 5, not like 6 Popeyes in this city.
Yeah.
The best one, and they know me almost damn near on a first name basis. It's Riverside.
Well, you said you went
Oh, yeah?
4 out of 5 times, didn't you?
Yeah, Riverside has the best Popeyes in my opinion.
Okay.
The college
That
Popeyes.
Riverside. You know the Riverside. It's only one. Yeah. The one right next
Riverside
to
is a
to
place
the
that
HEB.
I've never tried to eat at Cane's because I'm like, oh, that line
it's
is
fucking
wrapped around
terrible,
twice.
Man, like I've been to that Cane's. It's awful. Because my job, like the closest place to go is Riverside, and like so I've explored every last one of those fast food restaurants.
I mean, it is almost unanimous from the chat that Chick-fil-A is the best.
It's the best, man. Like it just is. Whatever they do, I wish McDonald's and Jack in the Box would do it.
It's not fair.
Yeah, they do pay their workers. So
It's not fair, but there is an element of Chick-fil-A that is just like you guys weird me out.
it's free. It's cultish.
Yes, that's the word.
It's cultish as fuck.
Yeah.
But I mean, it equals great service.
It reminds me of that episode of Rocko's Modern Life with the sausage cults.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that.
It really is like that, to where it's like, I know they're not paying you that much.
Yeah.
Like, what is orientation like here? Because you are not acting like your normal self, Phil.
Telling True just brought up Taco Bell. I've never had a bad experience at Taco Bell.
I love how we completely forgot about Taco Bell.
I actually like Taco Bell too, man. I'll take
It's just a matter that
Only
everything
when they
feels
have-
like it's squirted on.
Yeah, only when they have taco fries and nacho fries. And the thing about like the Taco Bell near my house is it's just filled with Gen Z, so the service is not great.
Oh.
I've never had even bad service, but I just feel like I would like a crunch wrap, just squeeze
Cool.
the meat, squeeze the beans, squeeze
It's literally this. There you go.
Yeah.
So I would say they're neutral because they're not really rude. They're just kind of there to do their job and nothing else.
They understand the assignment.
And that's all they're gonna
Yeah,
do.
we got
I don't blame them.
we got toothpaste tacos.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, that's that first window that shouldn't even be there, and then
Yeah.
it's the second window. That first window, you could see like them making the sausage, if you will. And so it's literally just squirt gun.
Yeah.
Tortilla squirt gun. He's right. It is a caulking gun.
It is a
It's
caulking
straight up
gun,
caulking
100%.
gun. I was like, how does the meat come out of that? That's crazy.
Do you remember all those national stories where Taco Bell made people really sick? Oh wait, there weren't any. Chipotle. I'll take Taco Bell over
My
them every
favorite
day.
Chipotle story ever is the college girl. They got food poisoning, and then in the $1 million lawsuit was like, I will ask for less money if I can get free Chipotle for the rest of my life.
Really?
Pathetic.
That's some Kramer shit.
Yeah. That's brainwashing is what
That's
that
ridiculous.
is.
And we forgot to mention Burger King. That ranks as worst.
Burger King does so in my hometown, which is like way smaller. McDonald's is right across the street from Burger King.
So they East Coast, West Coaster.
Yes.
Right across the street.
So I always thought that it was like that. And then
Yeah.
everywhere that I've lived afterwards is like, oh, you need to look for a Burger King. They're
Yeah.
not anywhere.
Oh, you really do.
They're like a rare Pokemon that sucks.
Yeah, they off the beaten path, and to me, it reminds me of like almost what I imagine a White Castle is like. It's like you
On that
you wanna
note,
go
like
and then
the
you
two
get there and
most
it's-
Burger Kings that I know, like the road has never been paved. Like it's still rocky.
Oh, it's always a problem with it.
Yeah.
Like the one in mine, it's a big ass pothole where you supposed like to get to the drive-through, and then it's always like a missing panel on the menu.
Yep.
It's just white light. It's just a square of white light. It's just like I can't see what the value meal is.
I haven't been to Burger King in maybe a decade, and I mean I knew their service is bad when I saw a Whopper commercial after DeMar Hamlin died on the football field.
Whopper.
Great advertising. Garrett.
Oh my god!
But a soulless company.
I
yes.
will never forget like hearing Joe
Stuck in your head.
hearing Joe Buck like on the verge of tears, and like everyone just seeing all these mortified people. Like we may have.
Fine now, so it's okay.
We might have just seen someone die tonight on live national television.
Die making thousands of dollars because he was on his freshman contract.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then,
still is. He gets to play.
and then it's just like stunned silence. Whopper, 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 Whopper. I was like, yo! Oh my God.
living infamy, Gertz. Up there with like
I was at a
Heidi
concert
in
that night,
the Jets
too.
game. Like that's bad, man. And yeah, after that, people shouldn't respect Burger King too much.
It's not their fault.
Chicken fries are great.
They don't choose where their ads go.
I know, but what terrible timing is that?
I mean, they bought that media buy.
God.
They just didn't expect someone to die
I
that
just
night.
feel like if we would have mixed decades and like it was 9/11 and it's like, oh, we have to have a quick commercial break.
Whopper, Whopper, Whopper,
What's funny
Whopper.
is that probably did happen. We just
They
don't
had to
have.
have had commercials
yeah.
during 9/11.
Yeah.
It's no way
No,
that
they did. No, they didn't.
they did not.
Yeah, it was 24-hour most places.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that's when the 24-hour news cycle started.
I feel like today that would not happen. We would
studied.
commerce. So yeah, we would have to have it
9/11 would
today.
happen, and it's like the right place, the right time.
January 6th definitely had advertising.
No, it was the picture-in-picture ads.
Oh, it was picture-in-picture. Okay, so we got Whopper Whopper with January 6th.
Oh my God.
Well, on the note of January 6th,
Huh?
I think the Heat are going to win in 6 games.
What? You're picking the Heat in 6. Oh my
I
goodness!
can't do that. I say Heat in 7.
You guys are both picking the Heat.
I'm picking the Heat.
I think just
I want the Heat to win.
I do too.
I think
They're not
that
gonna.
I think that I'm choosing. I'm going with my heart because I don't really care about this sport.
Yeah.
So I might as well just go all in. I just had my heart broken last night watching the Dallas Stars come back from a 3-0 deficit.
Hey,
Did they play Vegas?
Vegas.
you had the
Vegas
Arlington Renegades win the XFL trophy. They won.
I'm not TJ.
They
Okay.
won. They won that coat hanger on a stand for you and
My
TJ.
Roughnecks were out, so I stopped.
I stumbled upon that game and ended up watching.
Are you
it.
watching the USFL?
No.
No,
I'm
it
not.
is. It shouldn't exist.
But for the NBA,
You said Heat in 7. Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's what I want to happen.
I mean, if it
The
goes to
joke-
Game 7, this is probably the best series ever.
It should be. Joker's, I can't underestimate the Joker, but like that grit of Jimmy Butler's got to like take them above, you know? Just a step above.
I'm picking the Nuggets in 5.
If they get Hero back, that helps.
I don't think it helps that much.
A little. No, definitely not
Then-
that much.
I'm picking the Nuggets in 5. One, they've got home court.
What?
They got home court, and it's hard to play in Denver.
You don't think Miami's winning any?
No, I think they'll win one.
He said 5.
Oh, 5. Okay.
I don't think it's a sweep. I think Miami wins one game. But
Denver is literally a machine that should win.
They are a machine. That's why I said Jimmy Butler's grit is the only thing that can take them.
yeah,
He's Connor in
And
The
that would-
Terminator.
Yeah, that would take it to 7.
There's-
like it'd be close. I don't expect it to be anybody to get swept.
there's a much smaller coaching gap here than there was last series. Michael Malone is a
Spoelstra,
good
too.
catch. Good coach. Spo and Michael Malone are much closer than Spoelstra and Joe Mazzulla. Denver is big. They're
They are big.
big. Like
lot
they're
of
big
big dudes.
and long.
I know you guys aren't.
I know how. I don't give a shit how phallic that sounds. It's
I was about to
true.
say, like, I know you guys aren't anime fans, but they literally get like compared to the Titans in Attack
can
on
see
Titan.
that,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like when they played against the Lakers. It was the first time the Lakers played against a team that was the same size as them.
No shit.
Because the Grizz and Warriors are
They're small.
tiny.
Yeah, they're small.
They're,
as fuck.
without Steven Adams, they're tiny.
Yeah.
The Heat aren't that big. The Heat looked pretty small against the Celtics. They still beat them, obviously, but yeah, I think they've got the size advantage. I think they've got the best player with Jokic. And I just don't know what the Heat can take advantage of in that series. I don't
either.
Yeah,
I really don't.
I can see things that Denver can take advantage of.
It's
with
a
the
want,
Heat.
man. I just don't want.
Oh, I'm rooting. Let me be clear. I'm rooting for the Heat. I would
But at the
love
same
it if the
time,
Heat won it.
Joker gets it. He needs a title.
Yeah, and
He absolutely does.
I'm
The
rooting.
thing is that he hasn't aged out. Where even if he loses this series, he can be
He's gonna
right
be
back
back.
here
Oh, yeah.
next year.
Jimmy is getting older.
That's
so
what
it's
the
just
main reason I'm
that's why
pulling
I
for
really
Jimmy.
want Jimmy to win.
'Cause Jimmy's-
That's what. Like if I could say next season Denver can do this, and I would root for Denver. I just want Jimmy deserves it.
Jimmy's 33.
I don't want Tyler Hero to win one, but Jimmy deserves it.
I think Jokic is 28. So
Oh yeah, he'll be around.
the Nuggets, like this, might be the next Golden State. Like they're going to be.
I could see them.
They're going to.
They're going to be in the mix.
Yeah.
At the very least, a Suns team that won. You know, like they'll be back in the mix.
It was funny before the playoffs started. I was leaning towards the Suns winning until I watched every first series, and I was like,
Chris Paul's cooked, man.
I was like,
It's just
the way
tough.
I was like, as much trouble.
Devin Booker's it.
Even though the Suns, even though the Suns beat the Clippers in 5,
Yeah.
it was an ugly ass. 5.
It was way harder than it should have looked.
And I picked them to win it in 5, and I was like, this. Even though it's happening,
They're struggling.
I was like, these games are way closer than they should be.
way close.
So yeah, and I remember I picked the Nuggets to beat them in 6 after that. It was really after and seeing how the Nuggets mollywopped the Timberwolves. I was like, the Nuggets are legit.
Timberwolves, anybody could have done that. But
The Timberwolves almost beat the Lakers.
the Lakers untrash.
I mean,
They made it to the Western Conference.
A
Finals.
limping AD
Now-
and LeBron.
I was not expecting the Nuggets to sweep the Lakers. I had the Nuggets beating them in 6, and they beat them in 4.
Well, of course. How did you not see that?
The sweep?
That pumpkin was going to turn. I mean, that carriage was going to turn back. Into
I
a
don't think
pumpkin.
anyone saw a sweep.
They shouldn't have been there, period. Lakers are not a good team. That was not a good team.
They were
apparently the Nuggets have been compared to Titans for a while now. This is hilarious.
They're huge. But like, yeah, look at like Michael Porter Jr.'s tall. I mean, Jamal Murray's like 6'3" or 6'4". He's not that big, but if you like, your shortest player is 6'4". Like
That's what I'm saying.
you're a big team.
Oh yeah, it's no small ball being played.
No, and Bam, I mean, he's 6'9".
I mean,
Jokic is 7 feet
It seems
tall.
like season by season, well, every other season or so, it changes to like small ball was working for a time there.
Was it?
It was. I mean, fuck. Houston made it to a goddamn.
Who won a championship though? Like,
They made it far, but it was the most popular. I mean, fuck. Golden State kind of did it a little bit.
then people think of them as small because Steph is small.
Clay's kind of small.
No, he's not.
How big is
I
Clay?
think Clay's 6'7".
Is he really?
I think so. I'll look.
Next to Steph makes him look small.
The Attack on Titans lore continues.
Oh goddamn! We got the whole roster. Who did the Compton do? That's great.
I'm looking up how.
Dude, that's why when we were having the meeting about what is the Mexcellence, I'm like, they're really, you're a nerd whether you care about sports or anime
Yeah.
at the
It's
end of
been
the day.
incorporated in everything. Shit.
Clay is 6'6".
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, Sammy
thought
doesn't
Clay
even look
was
that high into
Like
to see him.
6'3" or 6'4".
Nah.
Fuck.
Because Golden State, like, people think of them as small because Steph is the
Steph,
poster boy.
yeah.
And they had Kevin Durant, and Kevin Durant is 7 feet tall.
Well, yeah, but
So,
I
like-
mean, he's. I don't consider him a warrior. He's a mercenary.
He's a
shitty one.
He's a
but
bitch.
He's a little sensitive. you know,
he's a pussy. I've been using that word a lot tonight.
still
I
the Slim
apologize.
he doesn't like being called the Slim Reaper, so that's what he is.
I mean, that's such a cool
He has the
nickname.
That's the best
he has the
nickname,
weirdest
but he
feet.
wanted like a snake. What was it, like the Viper? or
Well,
some
people
shit?
call
I
him a
don't know.
snake because he fucking is.
Oh no, he's a terrible human being.
He's a
but,
bad
like,
teammate.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
and he like makes ghost accounts.
Yeah.
like but
Can't win
still,
with these cats.
Yeah, but Slim Reaper's such a great nickname.
I've heard Jokic's other nickname, which I like much better than Joker, is Big Honey.
That's way cooler than
It's
Joker.
so-
Joker is
No, I
lazy.
like the Joker.
Nah,
That's lazy.
Big
though.
Honey.
It just fits though.
Big Honey. When I heard it,
But,
and
but
the
there's so many
explanation
like
behind it.
comic references that are just lazy. That it's just like, oh, he's a wide receiver. We'll call him the Daredevil, and I'm like, that's dumb. Get out of here.
Yeah.
No one's been called the Joker though, and we don't.
No
get-
one has been called the Joker. I bet we can find someone if we
in
look
basketball or in football.
in football for sure.
Maybe football.
Because I think of Jimmy Butler as more Jokerish than Jokic.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen Jokic.
Jokic is too fucking Eastern European.
Yeah, he's
like
very
stoic.
very level-headed and just
He's
like I'm here to play a game.
He is funny. Like he is funny. Anytime you see his press conferences, he is funny.
Luca's still my favorite Eastern European.
Oh no, I don't like Luca.
I know you hate Luca.
Luca's a punk ass.
He hates Luca.
TJ isn't here to defend him.
No.
I'll defend Luca. I love Luca.
Good luck. Tell me all of his achievements, Tommy.
He did great before Kyrie showed up. They would have made it farther if Kyrie wouldn't have showed up.
Well, that is factual.
yeah.
I don't know about that.
You really
Because
think
you hate him. You hate the man.
Well, no one literally knows. We don't know what would have happened if they didn't get
damn,
Kyrie.
man.
they would have stayed at fourth?
I don't know about that. I really don't know about that.
No, Juke, Luca is not trash.
He's
Why
not.
do you guys hate Luca so much?
He's
a
Why
little,
is trash flagged on that note?
Yeah, don't trash. Yeah, no, you let
I don't think Luca's trash. I think he's overrated.
He's the Babe Ruth of basketball.
What?
Shape-wise. No, how he looks.
Shape-wise.
A guy who looks like, he can't do things, but he can
I don't think Luca is
still.
as should be as
produce.
highly rated as he is until he puts in the effort.
He underperforms every year.
Yeah, that's
It's on his back. Give the man some help. Maybe he can.
Every
Yeah, they got him
year.
Kyrie.
He could. Kyrie's not help to anyone.
Every
Not even
year,
Kyrie.
every year he's picked to be the MVP favorite, and he's never even finished like within like the top 4.
He is. halfway in the season, he tails off a little bit, but
He usually starts the season badly because he comes in out of shape.
it's not his fault.
It literally is.
Dallas has
He's
great
drinking
food.
beers before playoff games.
And smoking
good.
and smoking hookah.
Let the man have fun.
He can have fun.
How many points is he putting up? What does he average, though?
How many
Curtis?
wins does he put up?
What does he average,
But what
though,
could he
Curtis?
average if he
That's-
didn't smoke?
stop.
No, we're not doing that. We're just doing what he
You know there are a bunch of players on crap teams that average a ton of points. You know that's
Still
true.
effective.
And no, it's not. When the team is crap, it's literally not effective, Tommy.
See, if this was before this Rockets season, I would disagree with you. But I've seen Draymond Green like average 38 points and just be fucking, and the team just be terrible.
Yeah, it happens.
Him be terrible.
It happens a lot.
James Harden puts up a lot of points.
Yeah, that's another point about MVP. So it's like not all MVPs are created equal.
He was one.
James Harden's an MVP.
Multiple MVP.
No, just one.
Did he just do one?
He has just one. Thank God.
Yeah, that was. Free throws count. You draw those fouls, that counts.
Oh, I wanted to bring this up because I saw people, and I get where the comparison comes from. It's not totally baseless, but it is wrong. People were comparing James Harden to Jimmy Butler
Okay, you can't.
because of their free throws, because they get to the line a lot. Here's the difference. James
Harden
Harden
actually score.
James Harden flops.
No, James Harden does that. James Harden had a fucking system
Yes.
of like, I'm gonna get fouled.
Yeah.
Go to the line.
Jimmy Butler
legitly tries.
and he draws contact in a way without flopping.
Yeah.
He draws contact. That's part of his game.
People are very upset about James Harden's play. Still is.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, because it's ridiculous.
Which it's changed, which is why he kind of sucks now. That he ain't drawing those fouls like he
and he
used
was
to.
getting away with traveling forever.
Oh my god.
Jason Tatum
He's
gets
a
away
running
with
back.
Yeah. Speaking of that,
crazy.
Jason Tatum gets away with some travels, man.
Yeah,
Oh
Jason,
my god.
They let Jason Tatum get
Yeah,
fouled
he's a
way
running
too
back.
much.
I mean, I have heard that argument before that NBA is the one sport where it's just like they teach you the fundamentals.
Yeah.
And then when you get to the NBA, it's like, fuck the fundamentals. Traveling doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's just
You can get away with a lot. A
get away
Euro
with
step is
so much.
a Euro step is
it's traveling. It's fancy
Yeah.
traveling.
Yeah.
It's confusing traveling is
Yeah.
what it is. It's just like, is that a travel? I guess not. I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah, that's what it is.
But
Lucas stinks.
What
Not
if he
a,
got traded to like, what if he was part of like
he's
a
never
big-
going to get traded.
Well, I know. That's
He might request
he
a
can
trade.
leave. Yeah, he might do that. If
If I was
Kyrie's
Mark
still
Cuban,
around.
I'd rather kick Kyrie out. Than,
I would do that. I would have done that at the end of the season regardless. But like,
I think Luka's not happy where he is.
yeah, NBA players. If
Yeah,
they wanna
because of
leave, they'll
Kyrie.
leave.
I think he was already not.
No, he
that
wasn't happy already.
I think that what they did with Jalen Brunson, I would be pissed.
That was his guy.
Yeah, and Jalen Brunson,
They were doing well.
he looks really good on the Knicks. He looks better than Luka
Who's that
does on the
GM?
Mavs. The Knicks? On
No,
the
the
Knicks?
Mavs.
I don't know. Is Cuban? Is Mark Cuban?
Is he the GM? God, he needs to stop hanging out with Jerry Jones. Fuck, he does not need to be the GM if he is, because he's doing a terrible job. Whoever that GM is doing a fucking piss poor job.
Well, I do down the Rangers are doing good, but I don't give a fuck about
Who
baseball.
are the Rangers?
Yeah.
It's only
guess
one
there's
team
two
in
of them.
Texas that wins championships.
The Spurs?
Second one was good.
The Spurs?
No, in baseball, I meant.
Oh.
Yeah. Go Stros! I don't have my shirt on. Only one, and you know how I feel about that. I'm proud.
I know that you're proud of the Stros because you're
They're the
basically
only team in Houston that wins. Yeah.
But I don't think you can name 3 Stros players.
I can name more than 3.
All right,
We got
5.
Altuve, Bregman, and Lance Jose Altuve.
Did they
I'm
all
sorry.
cheat?
Jose didn't.
The other two.
Bregman did.
So is there 2
And Lance McCullers
Altuves,
wasn't
or are we
there.
at 2 or 3?
What? Championship?
Players.
Oh, no, I got 3. That's 3. I
You
can
named
name
2 different
4.
Altuves?
No, one Jose Altuve.
Uh-huh.
We got a Lance McCullers. We have a Bregman. That's 3.
Yeah, I said 5.
Oh, you said 5. Okay. We got Yordan Alvarez. And
I don't even know that's 4 or 5.
Abreu. So, yeah.
I don't
There you
keep track of cheaters.
It's the only baseball. It's the only baseball team I keep track of because they win and they deserve my attention.
All right, guys, thank you for coming out. Thursday we'll be reviewing.
Hey, put the camera on me for a second. Kids, cheat if you have to. That's it.
Thursday we'll be reviewing Into the Spider-Verse Dose, I believe. I don't know what it's called.
Is there a
What's it called? Across the Spider-Verse, I think. Across the Spider-Verse.
Was the first one
Into the Spider-Verse.
So there's no two in
what
this at
happened
all.
to 2s and 3s? Let's do that.
Rocky was the perfect franchise until it got to Rocky Balboa.
Balboa
They
threw it off.
fucked it all
completely.
up.
They fucked it completely.
And that's a good
It's
movie,
it's
but that
one of the
title's
best.
fucking stupid.
I hate that shit. It's like when
Rambo sucks too.
what does?
Rambo.
No, Rambo was done way before it got to Rambo.
That's so confusing.
Rambo,
Yeah.
First Blood Part
No. It was just
Rambo
First
3.
Blood.
No, it's
They
First
added the
Blood,
Rambo. Yeah.
First Blood.
Yeah.
Rambo, First Blood Part 2. Rambo 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then just Rambo from there on. Yeah.
We'll be reviewing Miles Morales 2.
There you go.
Watch our Instagram for the time. We haven't bought tickets yet, so have fun with that. And thank you for coming out for our first and last basketball episode of the year, I think.
Yes, Maggie, I did.
Good night, everybody. Why isn't it playing?